can't see. Hey, everybody. It's
And
Liz.
Krista.
We're your Loco Sirens. Today we have special guest, Uncle Gary, Kodak Agent of
Woo!
Comic Logics, Uncle Gary, the Ric Flair of comics,
Woo! Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
of the comic library
Library
here
of
in
Comics,
Loudoun County, which
right
is
here.
impressive. I've gotten to see it live. I don't know what's more impressive, the amount of action figures you have or the amount of those really hard to find golden age comics that you showed me that you have slabbed. It's all just so impressive. So
Uh,
tell our audience, I know most of our audience probably knows you already, but for those that don't know you, introduce yourself too.
all right. Well, I am known around the region here and on these airways as Uncle Gary. I am one of the members of the Codex station, and I was the lucky recipient to be the first guest on this esteemed show. So thank you for inviting me back. And the first time, the first time for having me on, and anything I did, that's on my fault. That's my fault. But for inviting me back, whatever happens, this is your fault. Just so
Well, I
Absolutely.
wasn't
we're
here
clear
last
on that.
time.
I
We're
can
clear
live
on that.
with that. I
First
can
time is my
completely live
bad.
with that.
The fact that you invited me back, anything that goes wrong now, you two are on me. So there you go.
We're,
Um,
we're so happy to have you.
all
We
right.
are. We are. I I love the amount of knowledge that you have. Um, it is to me amazing. They talk about the capacity of our brain to remember things and how, you can not hear a song for 30 years. It comes on the radio and you remember every
Singing
single
it.
word, right?
Yep.
And you have kind of like that memory for
And you
comics.
remember who you were doing. I mean, what you were doing while that song was playing.
Yes, 100%. Now, just because I want to throw this question out there. No, I'll wait.
No.
I'll wait till it's the question time. Because he made me think of with the song thing that made me start thinking, do comics do that? Take you back to a place. So that's a question
Yes.
for both of you.
Yeah.
Time
So
machine.
do
Yeah,
they? Do
time
they
machine.
take you back to a time and place?
Listen, I'll tell right now. I'll tell you a book I just picked up this weekend takes me back to a time and place. I just picked. I just last week was Lehigh Comic Con. This is Justice League of America 111. This is my genesis. This is my first comic I ever bought. This is a 100 pager.
Oh,
I'm
and look
nostalgic.
at how beautiful that
This
copy
this
is.
is an okay copy. I've got probably 3 or 4 better than this. My original copy, I think I probably showed you this, is Beat the Hell. It
Mhm.
is my Genesis book, and it's one of the most important books in my collection. But whenever I see one of these, I'm transported back in time to me getting my very first comic. And if it's cheap, I'm buying this thing, and I'll have another one. And I did that. So you talk about, you talk about transporting you back, and I bought one more book that's very nostalgic. Well, actually, two more that are very nostalgic for me for the very same reasons. And I bought the very first Ghost that I ever bought. This is a
Whoa.
wonderful Ghost.
Oh,
This
look
great
at that
Nick
cover.
Cardy
I
cover.
love that.
The great Nick Cardy. I bought
Oh.
that this weekend because it was cheap, and then a book that I have a problem with because I have like 14 copies of it. And I have a problem, and I know I have a problem, and well, it's another Swamp Thing 9.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow. Nice.
this will probably go to Chris Swartzlander, our good buddy Chris. His birthday's coming up. He doesn't have one, so I think I'll have to get him one. But yes, they took me back. Those 3 books are from when I first started collecting, and the first year I was collecting. I saw them. I had to buy them again. So yeah, it's a time machine. Takes me back. So
Krista, your turn.
Oh my gosh. Well, I know that the first time I walked into an actual comic book shop because my mom used to collect comics when I was little, so I used to sneak and steal all of her comics and read them.
Mhm.
And she was really, really big into Thor and the Hulk, and she had a lot of Spider-Woman, which was really, really cool. So she was a big, big Marvel gal from New York, so she really loved those. But the first time I actually walked into a comic book shop, I really liked Harley Quinn. So I bought my very first comic from this guy at a comic book shop, and I started going there routinely, and it was really funny that we actually became friends, and now he's my boss.
Oh,
About that.
Yeah.
wow.
So the first comic book shop I ever walked into was Rob's old shop, and he would
Wasn't that
pitch me
like
comics all the
Ogre
time.
comics or
Laughing
something?
Ogre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's actually pretty
Interesting.
funny. So a lot of my memories of reading comics, like I think of like exactly like the carpet in my parents' bedroom that I would sit on. Like I can still smell it from like reading those comics. So like a lot of those
Mhm.
kind of things just kind of like, you know, like you were saying, like a time machine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
It is.
pretty cool.
Whenever I see one of these things that says giant, like Gary just showed up the giant, the real thick ones, they
Yeah.
also used to have in the 70s. Gary could probably attest to this and probably even name which series it was. But I want to say it was not maybe the bicentennial, not maybe 76, but it was either like 75 or 77. Had to have been before 79 because I was still living in Connecticut. We only lived there from 74 through 79. They had this giant series, both Marvel and DC put them out, that were as big as me. Like I literally had to lay them out on the floor.
Treasury editions.
Yeah.
Yes. And for me, every time now when that's like one visceral, almost like tactile memory for me is when I see those, and now they're like magazine size, right? And when I say they were as big as me, remember I'm only in like fourth grade and I'm much smaller than I am now, and I'm not very big to begin with. So part of my brain has this wonderful memory attached to it, and then the other part of my brain goes, were they really that big? Or are you just remembering it from the aspect of a 8 to 10-year-old?
Well, keep talking. I'll bring you one.
Oh, awesome. But yes, I used to love to lay it out on my bedroom floor. And you were talking about carpet. I had this like green, not well, I guess it was a shag style. It was like a light, not green, light. It was pink. It was like a light pink with tiny little strands of dark pink that went through it, and it was a very popular girls' bedroom carpet back then. Yeah, yes, yes.
And as Krista can attest, this came through the shop not long ago. They're reprinting them.
Really, I didn't even see that.
So this is the original.
Oh my goodness!
This is a reprint.
Okay, yep. So seeing how big it looks in his arms,
and they have a
not.
We got three different.
It's so much bigger that I probably could stand it on the floor, and it probably came up to here on me at my 8-year-old self, right? Yeah. And just it was too big to hold in my hands. Yep. I remember reading that one.
So cool.
That's an original. Yeah, and that's in beautiful shape.
Oh my gosh. So
and
the feel of the carpet under my thighs as I would be laying there on my belly reading those comics. So that's my kind of like tactile.
Happy place. That's your happy place.
Thank you for showing me those. That's like trip to nostalgia.
I need 7 more, and I have all the ones DC ever put out. I need 2 more digests, and I have every digest DC put out.
I had a lot of digests when I was little. My mom
did like 100 of them.
Yeah, my mom actually made a comment about that when we went to Williamsburg. She's, you're doing all this comic stuff. I don't ever remember seeing you with a comic in your hand when you were little. And I was like, well, Dad used to buy them for me. She's like, I remember you read the digest books. And I was like, oh yeah, I read those too.
Well, I had the great memories.
Betty and Veronica that they still put out today, ironically. And then Wonder Woman had one. Superman had one. They were great back then. I mean, just, for a kid in the 70s, it was wonderful.
Well, the Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman had the treasuries. They had the digest. They had the regular size comics. I'm always nostalgic because those first books were brought to me by my grandfather, who I beloved, my beloved grandfather. So I started in 1974, and here it is now, all these years later, 52 years later, and I'm still collecting. I never stopped. Not for
No.
a day. Not for a day.
Yeah,
A
I
lot of
can't claim that, but
a
that's
lot of
amazing.
people stop. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I just didn't. I knew that I had time for the three most important tenets in life.
Yeah.
And that was football, girls, and comics. I made sure I had all three of those things in my life.
Oh, and he was one of the cool guys in high school because he played football. And he was one of the nerds in high school because he read comics. He was like the
Well,
best of both worlds, you
well,
know?
I tell you what though, when I would go into a comic shop, I wasn't necessarily accepted very well because in the late 70s, early 80s,
You look like the ones beating him up.
I looked like the people that were bedeviling the comic book guys.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So I didn't quite
Yeah,
fit in.
it
When
took a little bit for you to
little
click.
side eye, yeah. And then even worse, if a gal came in the shop, well, damn right I'm talking to her. I'm going up and talking to her. And all these other fellas in the shop, they usually weren't as verbose or as confident to go up and talk to a girl and talk. Like, hey, what are you into? I love comics too. This is so cool. And they're like, hey, he's talking to the girl. But that being said, I may look like who bedeviled them, but I protected my friends that were.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, you'd be a good bodyguard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. I protected them, and I had people, in high school. Why are you protecting them? They're just little nerds. Well, other guys on the team, and because reading comics wasn't cool then, I'd say,
Hey, Mike.
yeah, hey Mike, I'd say, what are you going to beat them up for? Because they're a nerd? What does that do for you? Does that do anything for your rep? You beat up a nerd. Okay, everybody expects that.
Big
I said, here's
strong
what we'll
guy,
do.
yeah.
Here's what we'll do. I'll take their place. You beat me up, then you got something to brag about. And it's real funny how the bullies they're not as interested in that. They're not interested in that. They don't want a challenge. They don't want a chance getting their ass kicked. So,
Right.
but it's kind of funny. But yeah, I'd say you beat them up, no big deal. Come on, beat me up, and you can talk about that for all year. You can talk about how you want my ass. But I just would not get any takers.
Oh man.
I know, damn it.
Because you're flexing.
Because we're flexing, baby. Oh yeah, I know. So,
oh my gosh.
But it was just funny though that I wasn't totally accepted there.
Right.
Back in the day, I had to kind of, people had to see that he's not going to beat us he's not going to beat us up and take our lunch money. He's not going to take our lunch money.
He's a full jock.
Yeah. So I was a hybrid. I was a mutant.
Yeah, you were a mutant before it was cool to be a mutant.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Best of both worlds.
Because today it's probably cool to be a mutant.
It is.
Yeah.
It's cool to read comics today. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The whole nerd culture. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, on that note, talking about comics, we're going to go right into our top 5 of the week. Gary, you're going to start us off. I know that you've got some stuff from the last couple of weeks because you haven't been on in since February.
Well,
so you've got some stuff you wanted to show off.
I'm cheating a little bit. So yeah, so you know what? It's nice when you let your guests cheat a little bit. So I'm cheating. Okay.
Absolutely.
So some of the things. Now I will go with something that came out this week first, so I can start off on the right foot. Firestorm. This book. Chris, did you read it?
Yes.
Okay. So this is an amazing job. Jeff Lemire has written it. And I love Jeff Lemire when he writes.
Yeah.
I do not like Jeff Lemire when he draws.
Mike might have dropped that hint to us last week.
Yes. Yeah. I cannot stand his drawing. But when he writes a book, he wrote this book called Swamp Thing Green Hell that, oh my God, is one of my favorite books ever. But Jeff Lemire is great. He's also writing the current JSA, which is great. But he's taken Firestorm's origin here. Now, this is an alternate cover by Todd Knock, which is really great. I've got the A cover too, but as Krista knows, I got to get both covers because I'm a fool. But this is a great book, and this has kind of revitalized Firestorm. Right now, Firestorm is comprised of Ronnie Raymond and Martin Stein, two people that have fused to create this character. And Stein is not with him right now, and the Matrix has overwhelmed Ronnie Raymond. But it is really interesting, and I don't want to give up too much away here, but they're kind of finagling Stein's motivation and the accident that created Firestorm. I love it. And I think it's really cool to do that with a character that his origin isn't as set in stone as somebody like Superman or Batman. When you tinker with their origins, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're okay to tinker with Firestorm's origin, and to see Professor Stein's motivations in here, and how how he contributed to the creation of Firestorm, I think is great. Krista, did you?
I agree.
Yeah,
I completely agree.
I think it blew me. I read it today and I was like, wow, that is great. For an old head like me, that I don't always like changing things up, I love that. I love the change in that. Lemire, chef's kiss, baby. So love it. So that, and since I'm on the Lemire train, just a few weeks ago, what he's doing in JSA is phenomenal. The search for the Spectre, the wrath of the Spectre needs a human host, and basically he needs Jim Corrigan back. And they're trying to find them Jim Corrigan, because the Spectre untethered is a frightening thing. Is a frightening thing. So I love what he's doing in JSA. Now, if you'll indulge me, I want to this Detective Comics run. Krista, are you digging this?
Yes.
I love to highlight great. You're getting it too?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I want to highlight some great writing, and I'm sure you're caught up, but maybe some of your listeners haven't. But there's just a great line where Tom Taylor has written this, and Ollie Queen's, you got a little gravity problem right here. But Oliver Queen, Batman is inner monologuing, and he said, I once complained to Alfred about Oliver Queen, about how often we would disagree in the field. Alfred responded that it was a natural reaction when one was stubborn, opinionated, and unwilling to compromise. He never clarified which of us he was describing. That is perfect writing. That is perfect writing. And for those of us that have loved Alfred for years and love the snark that I could just see him say it. Perfect.
I have to say, I love so much what Tom Taylor's doing with Detective. Now that came out the end of May, right?
This came out. This was a few weeks ago. But I just want to say
just making sure I didn't miss it.
No, you didn't. What great writing that was.
It was phenomenal.
And it goes on to describe how Batman is admiring, how Green Arrow, they differ on so many things, but he's talking about his arm, the bow strength in his arm, and he says, I can't match him for his speed or his reflexes or his aim.
Yeah.
That Queen is just amazing. The other one I want to point out is from a few weeks ago. If y'all like horror,
yes,
oh yes,
and you're not reading High Street, are you caught up on this?
Top fives that week.
Are you caught up on this?
Yep.
What Pranky? Oh my God, Pranky!
Oh my gosh, I literally gasped out loud.
Yep.
Like, no.
So, for those of you that don't know, my favorite TV show in the world is Twilight Zone. So I even have a group where we do Twilight Zone nights, and I curate episodes. So, and we're going through the whole series, but it is Jeff Johns' homage to the Twilight Zone.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to read the introduction that you have in every issue. And if this doesn't whet your appetite to this book, then it's just not for you. But there's a street just around the corner, both familiar and unknown. A street branching off every small town square and cutting through every big city avenue. It is a place where the wicked and cruel are drawn to the crossroads of morality and madness, with the inevitable destination of not merely death, but something far worse. It's a place we call Hyde Street. Art is great. Book is great. Setup is great.
So good.
Read this.
Luis Reyes that does the art.
Ivan Reyes.
So good.
So damn good. Yes.
There has not been a bad issue. All of the little side issues, side mini-series that they have been phenomenal.
We've heard there's going to be a sisterhood feature at some point, which was a spinoff of this. And there's Pranky. At this point, I think the biggest jerk. I won't say another word. Biggest jerk in comics. I mean, he is a jerk. So
yeah.
But he's
after this, kind of like the main character thread throughout the whole series.
No, but it's just so great. The setup, the resonance. Oh
Yeah.
man, denizens.
The storytelling
Yep,
is
absolutely.
so the way that the way that they tell each person's origin,
How they got to be to Hyde Street.
interweave it with what's happening currently on Hyde Street
Oh
is just mwah.
no, yeah, I'm with you. All right, now this is something that's being reissued. If anybody out there, if you are not getting this book that's being reissued right now, if you don't have the originals, I urge you so much to buy JLA Avengers.
I'm
This
getting that.
this is my favorite superhero comic of all time. My non-superhero favorite would be Preacher.
The first one was so good.
Yeah, Preacher, which I made Liz read and buy, and she owns all of it. Wraparound covers, George Perez at his finest. You can geek out and see the Avengers and the Justice League square off. And if you're an old school fan like me, to see the giant starfish on the face of the Avengers just blows me away to see moments like that. And this is a 4-issue series. They're reissuing it. This is an inexpensive way to get this. If you do not have this, get these 4 issues. They are amazing. So that is my pitch to get that. Now, 2 more trades and then we're done. This came out a few weeks ago, and Liz, I'm highlighting this. I think you got these individual issues. You love girl power. What's better than a girl power caper? Cheetah and Cheshire robbed the Watchtower. Greg Ruck is one of the greatest crime writers out there. And this was an epic caper. And Krista, I know you read it. Liz, did you read this?
Yeah, I have not read it yet, but I have the trade.
Okay.
So it's on my stack. I just haven't read it yet.
Krista, big thumbs up, right?
Yeah.
Big thumbs up. And the art, let me tell you
It's so
something.
good.
The art was stunning.
I love the art.
Nicola Scott. Remember, she
I
did those.
love her art.
She did those great DC covers where they look at her Wonder Woman.
Yes, where they did all of the
iterations of the characters, the whole line.
Yep, I collected all the ones she did of the titles that I get.
Every damn cover she did. But great book. And if you love female protagonists and a great caper, this was magnificent. All right.
Yeah, I bought it just because you told me it was so good.
No, well, you're going to love it. I can't wait to hear what you say. This came out last week. Kudos to DC for doing these DC Finest books. For years, Marvel has owned the industry with the Epic line, where they're reprinting a lot of their material. DC wasn't doing this, and they have such a rich treasure trove of material. Yeah. Why the hell weren't they doing this? This team-up book, this collects, and they do it with a timeline on this. So this is a lot of Brave and the Bold issues, from Brave and the Bold 106 to 130, and Brave and the Bold was a Batman team-up book. And then Super Team Family 127, which were team-ups of other heroes, a lot with Superman and his characters. But the great Jim Aparo did the majority of the art in here. I've always said, this is one of my favorite covers. This is the 118 of Brave and the Bold. Nobody draws fists like Jim Aparo. You don't hands. You do not want to get hit with a Jim Aparo fist. Look at Wildcat and Batman.
Yeah.
Rocking the cestuses and slugging it out, and the Joker. I love that angular
as the referee,
as the ref in that. So read this book. This is a fine, just a wonderful team up book. There's Batman and Sergeant Rock. You got Batman and Aquaman, Batman and the Atom. You have these great Batman and Commandy, these great team ups. This is a wonderful book, and I can't recommend it more highly. $40. You get 500 and something pages, I think this thing is. And it is absolutely, yes, Mighty Mike, my brother, Jim Aparo's Joker is amazing. And his Batman is pretty damn good too. So highly recommend these DC Finest books. They've knocked it out of the park with that. So I cheated. I did more than 5. I did more than just last week. So thank you for allowing me.
I also have to say, next to Jim Balent, who we will be talking about later in the show, Jim Aparo is my second favorite, third, because Adam Hughes, but he's right up there in my top 5 of drawing Catwoman. Like I've been trying to get all those 70s and 80s covers that he did with Catwoman on them.
Great covers. Yes,
Jim. It's so good with the, like you said, not just fists, but really facial expressions and the human body, and
He draws men with granite jaws. Look, and what he did, his
He
Aquaman,
does.
his
yeah,
his Spectre, his Corrigan and his Spectre were hard asses. His Spectre, his Spectre, he was melting people, melting their hands off. He had one horrific. My first issue of Adventure Comics was a Spectre issue, and he turned this bad guy into a block of wood and sawed him up. I mean, and I was 9.5 years old, and it just blew my mind. I was like,
oh, I bet.
so maybe this
That is awesome.
This
Yeah,
has scarred me all these years and made me a horror fan. But oh my God, his Phantom Stranger, his Aquaman, his Batman,
yeah,
his Spectre. But the jaws on these guys, he draws these manly men and these beautiful, beautiful women. I mean, just I love the part. I wish I'd had the opportunity to meet him before he had passed away. And when he was doing Brave and the Bold, what was really cool, he was penciling the book, he was inking the book, and he was lettering it. He was a one-man show to do all those. They just
amazing.
and those stories are cool because Bob Haney wrote a lot of those of that era, and they called it the Haneyverse because they really didn't stand in continuity with whatever else DC Comics was doing at the time. So it's really kind of cool that it's its own kind of thing. The Haneyverse.
yeah.
They're just like, go ahead, do what you're doing. We don't.
Nice.
Yeah,
The first Elseworlds.
Yeah. It was just a Batman thing that didn't tie into what the other monthly Batman books were doing or whoever the guest stars book, was at the time.
Yeah.
So good stuff.
Interesting. Cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing. We don't care that you went over a little bit. Krista, you are up next. Now, you sent me a bunch of pictures. Do they aren't in any particular order, or should I just show them and you just talk about them?
Are you talking? The pictures I sent you were just for my list, so I actually brought my comics.
Oh, because you sent me all the ones that you did for the
shop. The staff photos.
Yeah. We'll talk about that at the end then.
I'll make that my last one then.
Okay, cool.
All right. So I'm gonna start out with one that I'm just gonna go through real quick because somebody else here on the pod really wants to talk about it. Was Absolute Catwoman this week.
Mm-hmm. I love that cover.
It's so gorgeous.
I know.
The detailing is beautiful.
Yeah. You can see her eye through the through the dark glass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. This is by Andrews and it's just so pretty.
It's stunning.
I love like the coloring.
They're doing a second issue, doing a second printing next month. And she's doing another cover, a different one.
Yeah.
I want it.
I know. I know.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be getting variants of the second releases.
I got you.
All right. Keep going, darling.
All right. So my next one is going to be number 18 of Emperor Aquaman.
Oh, I love it.
And I got the Pride cover.
Yeah.
This book has just been so good.
It is fun. I love Aquaman.
I know. I love Aquaman too, and this story has just been so good.
Yeah, Hal underestimated him, didn't he?
Right. I was just gonna say, what'd you think of that Hal? Yeah, I totally underestimated him. And then he
went from Artie to
looking at him like dumbfounded.
Yeah, he went from Artie to Arthur. Yeah.
Real quick.
Oh my God. All right. And then we're going to do a big shout out to a lot of our favorite female writer is The Ring.
Simone.
I need to get that. Yep. I really do. I've heard such good things about it.
This is really, really cool. The art is also like amazing, but the story is really good. But like, look at like some of these like shots.
Oh.
Like,
oh my.
Like, they go for it, man.
That is some body shot.
It's gonna be I believe it's gonna be 8 issues, like an 8-issue story, and this one was a very strong issue about someone who was like a boxer and stuff, and it's really, really cool. So shout out to Gail Simone.
That cover is a takeoff of the famous Muhammad Ali.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Where he was Cassius Clay then, and he knocked out. And there's a picture of him standing over top of Sonny Liston, who was the champ. And that's an homage to that famous photo.
which is
Yes,
so cool.
indeed.
Yep.
Alrighty. And then, of course, I had to do Jay and Silent Bob, Jay's a Future
It was
Past.
so cute.
Did you guys actually read it?
I
I
didn't read it.
did. I did.
Was it
Oh
fun?
my God. It was
It was
exactly what you thought it would be. It was so
wonderful.
ridiculous, but so much fun. If you're a huge like Clerks fan, or if you know anything about any of like that universe, like it was so fun that yeah. So all these different Marvel characters just keep running into Jay and Silent Bob and trying to figure out why Doom is mad at them. It's hilarious.
I have a couple questions for you, Krista, Miss Doom expert. Does
Uh-oh.
Doom always talk about himself in the third person?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Hey, did not know that, because that
Doom-
threw me off. And I was, the minute I read it, I was like, I gotta ask Krista if this is how it's always is, or if this is just
Okay,
really
so
comic.
Krista, are you a big Doom fan?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so here I have a Doom scenario. So Doom, under the mask. Do you like the thought that Doom is horribly scarred and he wears the mask to hide that? Or do you like, at one point, there was an iteration that perhaps Doom had one tiny little scar, but because he marred his perfection, he wore the Iron Mask?
Ooh, I've always liked the idea of him being fully
scenario
scarred
better.
and vain. Ah.
Yeah, I thought that was brilliant, where the fact that he had just one little, you know, that Richard's the accident, it's just one little nick in his face and it ruined the perfect face, and his ego was such that he had to wear the mask because of that small imperfection.
I love that.
I think that's a cool, you know,
so vain and petty that he would.
yeah, I know. So I kind of like that, and I don't know which I like better, but I kind of dig that, you know, that just gives him a whole nother nuance of ego, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah,
it really does.
Oh, I love that. Thank you for that, because that's really cool. I never thought
that is really
he totally
cool.
would. He would have a full mask if he had like a pimple. Like he's that kind of person.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I think the way he's portrayed now is he is scarred, but there was at one point, you know, they had you know, it was that was something they were promoting, and maybe that was the. I can't remember what writer it was. I'm sure it was in the '80s, but I thought that was brilliant. You know, that Doom was that vain.
I love that.
Yeah, that he was that vain.
He is. He's so egotistical. That's why he talks in third person.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So,
yeah, no, I love that.
Things, Krista, about the issue.
What
did you think about Bob being able to wield the hammer?
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
And then, please explain to me why Harley, Kevin Smith's daughter, Harley, who that obviously was.
Yeah, she had a cameo.
Was calling Jason Mewes dad and all that stuff when his daughter is like 8. And that confused me. I was like, did they just switch it for the comic? Because it's a different. I think I just answered my own question. It's a different universe.
It's a different universe.
It's a different universe, and that's why Harley is Jay's daughter instead of Bob's daughter. Got it. I didn't get it until right now. It confused me so much.
You could see all those gears spinning. That was great.
Oh my gosh. I was just like, wait, because it made no sense to me as I'm reading it.
Look at that.
Yeah, just holding it. So good.
It's just so funny. It's just a very, very silly issue, but I loved it so much. And apparently it's an idea that Kevin Smith actually pitched to Stan Lee back in the 90s, because Stan Lee had a cameo in one of his movies in Mallrats. So he pitched it to him and he was like, that's actually really funny. So Stan Lee gave him the stamp of approval, but it took all the way until now for him to finally get enough connections with Marvel to actually make the comic. So this has been like decades in the making. And like that's actually really cool.
And I thought it was interesting in the little write-up that they put in the comic that I had not really thought of until I read it, that Mallrats, of which Stan Lee made a cameo, is started it all before any of the X-Men movies, all of that. That little cameo in Mallrats started Stan Lee's desire to make a cameo in all the.
His
And I
first
thought that
one
was
was
so
what,
cool. I
Fantastic
had not
Four as
known
the
that.
mailman was the first one in Marvel, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But that movie wasn't considered a Marvel movie.
Right.
Correct.
Mallrats. Right. That was just yes. The first Marvel movie he did was Fantastic Four, but it was right after that, right? Because he did Mallrats first.
Yeah.
And then started, I want to be in all the Marvel movies. And yeah, because he was the male, I think you were right, mailman.
Willie Lumpkin.
Yeah.
It was Willie Lumpkin.
Yeah. Okay. Are you done? Was that your fifth, or do you have one more?
I don't have any more picks, but I just want to show off this cover because I'm collecting all of the Magic the Gathering covers in Marvel because I'm crazy. And the one for Jay and Silent Bob, I just thought was really cute, and I just wanted to show it off.
Oh, look at that dog eating pizza. Oh my God. Lucky the pizza dog. From Kate Bishop, right?
Yeah, he's
that pizza dog.
Hawkeye's dog. Mm-hmm. He's Lucky the one-eyed pizza dog.
The one-eyed pizza dog. Okay, so I guess I'm up, right?
On to you.
Yeah.
On to me. All right. So, and I'm not going to be showing these all off, but I'll be getting it to it towards the end. But I just wanted to show off all the stack of my variants. Each one of these has got 2 in it. There were a total of 69 variants. I only got 18 out of those 69, and 3 of them haven't come yet. They're Carla Cohen's, but my other 3 exclusives you'll be seeing in a minute. So first off, which I just read today, and it got a last-minute place on my top 5, is Witchblade 22. Marguerite Bennett is just doing such an amazing job with this reboot. She's still with Aphrodite 9 and another Image character from the 90s that I absolutely adored. And it's just been such a good story. Very, very different from the original, but not different enough that you don't recognize Sarah and the other, all the main characters are there. They're just doing a little bit of different things than they did in the original. And I really kind of like that freshness to it. And the art is just, let us see. It is Giuseppe Gaffaro who is doing the art. And look at that. Look at this art.
Yeah, that's very good. Very pretty.
I'm just so loving this so much. Next was Fall of the House of Slaughter. This concept of where they're going with House of Slaughter is just, it's not coming out fast enough. It's like one of those stories that you're just, what's going to happen next? I don't want to wait for next month. This issue was pretty big. Cecilia, little spoiler alert, guys. Cecilia's trying for her big takeover because the House of Slaughter's dragon is dying of old age, and she made her play, and things are not going quite the way she expected them to. And I won't say anything more than that. I cannot wait to see what they have in store for this new arc of the story of the House of Slaughter. It's been so good. If you're not reading it, you should be. My third pick was Nice House by the Sea. There was a lot that happened in this issue. Max made Nora make some hard choices that Nora was refusing to make, but then ended up making without even realizing she was making them. And the Walter reveal. Have you guys read it?
I have not read it yet, so
Oh, I will
hold
not
off.
spoil
Don't
it for you, but I will say the Walter reveal is just whoa.
All right, forward to it.
And it's funny because I've really been lost since this came back with issue 7. And the last 2 issues really tied up what had been going on from 7 and 8, which were so confusing. 9 and 10 really kind of brought you back and tied it all together in a nice little bow that made it really easy to understand. So, and I appreciate that as a writer. When a story gets you so kind of lost in it, you're like, wow, but then the writer just somehow just gently arcs you right back to what you thought you didn't understand and shows you exactly how it fits into the story.
Nice.
So yeah, this one was really, really, really good. Number 4 was Barbara Gordon Breakout, number 2.
I look forward to reading that. Haven't read that yet.
Oh my gosh. This I won't spoil anything.
Trust the plan, right?
It's everybody's sticking to the plan. You learn a little bit more. Dad is freaking out, as much to be expected, with daughter in prison. And Barbara's in some trouble. And I won't go any further than that, but you know, everybody's after her. So yeah, this is going to be a 12 issue run, and I'm really loving this. And I'm loving how it's tying into all the other titles.
That Batman title is so good that it's spinning out of. The Batman title is so good by Fraction, and the Detective by Taylor is really good.
Yes. Yeah. Really, what they're doing with Batman right now is just so good. Actually, I've read a couple of the World's Finest too that have also been excellent.
World's Finest has got Warlord in it right now.
Yeah,
they're in Skartaris, and got Travis Morgan, my man.
Yeah. So last but not least is Absolute Catwoman, and I got this Jim Balent.
Look at that beauty.
Exclusive. This is the Virgin.
Gorgeous.
It also came in the, with the, Absolute Catwoman wording and everything, with a different color background. On that one, the background is yellow instead of purple. And then it was also in a foil of the yellow background. It was also in a foil. And I got all 3 of those. And then I have 3 Carla Cohen exclusives that have not come yet. So yes, a total of 18 Absolute Catwoman variants. But oh my goodness. Did you both read it?
I read it. I liked it. It was good.
Oh my God, the cat. It turned into a Transformer cat.
The Wildcat.
It was
the Wildcat.
Wow. And the cat cave. And she's like this continuity's Batman in a way that, of course, the man who laughs, this, what is it, Jack Grimm? He's not. But I mean, I know they're setting it, he's going with the Wayne Manor and everything. But, with everything that she had, the cat cave, the special motorcycle, all of the gadgets, and did you not love the homage to the 2005 with the calicos all dressed like the real continuity cat? I was like, yes. And the introduction of Cassandra Cain, and that's going to be a one-shot, I guess, in September, I guess. Can't wait for that. So yeah, I am. This 6-issue run has me so excited.
Interesting version of Harley in it too.
Yeah, I would love to. Oh my gosh, give me some Gotham City Sirens Absolute Universe. Oh, yes. Do you hear that, DC? Please answer our prayers. Give us Gotham City Sirens in the Absolute Universe. So speaking of Jim Balent, as I was showing off my variant here, he was at the Leigh Comic-Con convention, not yesterday, but last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
and a certain somebody was there
Was there?
and did some amazingly wonderful things for me as a friend. So,
Well,
Gary, I'm going to let you talk about it.
all right. Well,
I have the pictures loaded, so you just tell me which one to pull up, and then I'll pull it up.
so Jim Balent, I go to see him, and I go, God dang, I think this is Liz's favorite Catwoman artist. So I decided I had a few things I was going to get signed by him, but I'm like, well, man, I talked to Jim, and I said, can you please, he has these prints that they were giving out if you bought something. I bought a few things. I bought a couple of tarot things. That print she has right there, I have a picture of that Jim is holding up hers, and it says to Catastic Liz.
Yes,
And
let me pull that one up here. Find it. Oh, here it is.
he
Here we
says to Catastic Liz, and then he goes up. I said, she loves you. I think you're her favorite Catwoman artist. She goes, well, why isn't she here? I said, well, that's not a question I can answer. He will say, so Jim says, well, get her on speakerphone. Or no, he said, get her on FaceTime and let's find out why she's not here. I said, I can do that. So I wasn't 100% sure I had your number. I knew I had you through Facebook Messenger,
Right.
but I did have your number in there.
Yeah.
And I pumped the number in and I hit FaceTime, and damn if you didn't answer. And I said, Liz, I'm here at the Leigh Comic Convention, and there's someone that is an artist that you really, really love, and he is not happy that you're not here, and he'd like to know why you're not here. So, Liz, could you please tell Mr. Jim Balent why you're not here? And you were, oh, and there you go, her face,
on my face.
and it was hilarious, and he spoke to you for a few minutes
for a good couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were talking, you were telling him that he was your favorite, and this
told
and
him that I had all sorts of stuff of his here in my collection.
and he said he wishes he could have seen you and all that other stuff.
That I wish if I had known, I probably would have driven up to Pennsylvania.
Yeah. So, and I thought about it last minute, and I made a conscious decision. I thought that would throw your life in disarray if I told you at the last second. So I said, you know what? Let me just get some stuff for her, and hopefully that's good enough. But I also had some single issues. Like one thing I got done was like, this one Diane wanted. So I've got some for me, some for Diane signed for. There's some that we had, like this one. I had one for Diane and one for me that I had in my doubles. So I had like 3 or 4 of these. So I got them signed, and I'm not a huge one to have individual books signed unless they are doubles. I love trades signed. So I got my 2 Jim Balent trades signed by him, and I bought 2 tarots. And then I had him sign.
See, that's what I would have brought. I mean, well, I probably would have had him sign my slab. Yeah, and I would have had him sign my tarot #1, and then I would have sent it off to get slabbed.
Well, I had a tarot, and I got a Krampus. One, and his wife Holly was there too. Mm-hmm. So and she was in a Blondie video back in the day, the redhead. Yeah. So I got them both to sign that, and he was wonderful. And so when I got to Comic Logic, and so Liz had a great conversation. I talked to her later, and then there you go. Well. So I told her, I gave her a copy of the book, and I said, here's a signed book. And I said, I know you don't know about this.
This book, this is not the signed one because it's off getting slabbed already, but he got me this #3.
Signed to Liz. I said, Liz, you don't know about this. And no. And I said, if you flip it over, you really don't know about that.
And then that was this.
That was that. Here's my copy. Here's what he did for me.
Yeah, he really.
So
they're
that
so
picture,
good.
He's holding up the picture you had of him holding up. He's holding up her copy in front of the Catwoman.
Yeah.
So he was kind enough to do that for you. So
there they both are with Gary.
Yeah, so there's my copy. He's a tall fellow. He's probably like 6'3".
Yeah, he's tall.
Yeah, because I'm I was 6 foot before all my cartilage went missing. So I'm like, I lost all my.
I was 4'10 3/4. Now I'm 4'9" and still shrinking.
Yeah. So I lost over an inch to no cartilage. But anyway, he's a tall fellow, but he was a good guy, and he suggested get her on FaceTime. So good on him. And he spoke to her for a few minutes, and while he was doing the sketches, you buy something from them, and I bought a God, I got a sketchbook from him, and I got a cover of little risque cover. I can show it though. It's not. Well, I can't show that one.
Oh, I can't show that one.
I can't show that one anyway. It was it was a Wonder Woman reprise of Wonder Woman Hippolyta tied up, and it was
Oh,
he did
I
it
know
with
that
his
one.
some he did 205 I believe. He did it with his characters in there, but I bought that, and I bought a sketchbook by him that I definitely can't show that. That was risque, but but it's beautiful art. It was a lot of fun, and he did those sketches, and
He was so
he was
kind.
gracious enough to do a sketch. And while he's sketching, you got to hang out. Oh, here's the art book.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's
Love
awesome.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, I can't show you the pictures inside because there's a lot of nudity in it.
Yes.
Nudity, not nudity, but nudity. Nudity. And so it was oh, here's the. So that one's not really naked cover.
Oh,
But that's
Oh,
what
that's such a
Raven
good
in it.
one.
Yeah,
that's Wonder
it's got
Woman.
Raven in it.
Wonder Woman 205.
Yeah.
So is what that is. So I bought those things, and he did the sketches. He did the sketches, one for me, and he was more than happy to do one for you, and to get and for the print and all that. So I have a print. You have a print.
Yep.
Everybody that saw Jim got a print, so it was really nice. And Holly was wonderful too. So it was a great experience, and it was really cool. He asked me to reach out to you.
Yes.
I wouldn't have imposed and say, "Would you talk to her on Facebook?" You know what I mean?
No. Yeah.
He asked me to contact you that way, and that just shows what a great
guy.
Was.
I was just
you
like,
were crying.
wow. I was just so blown away. Not what you're expecting when your phone rings on a Saturday afternoon.
And the fact that you picked up a FaceTime from me without any other.
Yeah, well,
you didn't know what you were going to get.
I wasn't sure it wasn't your wife.
Yeah, well, there you go. So
it
could have been her.
It could have been Diane. So but no, thank you for thinking of me. Let me know next time.
I will.
That one that's within a day's drive, because
it was last minute, and I thought that would put undue pressure on you, and I thought I probably shouldn't do that.
Probably wouldn't have, but I probably would have done it anyway.
Well, it worked out. It worked out for the best. Jim was a great guy, and
and I got some really cool stuff to add to my.
Got a great story.
I'm not even quite sure how I'm going to accomplish that.
and look, good on you for answering, because if you hadn't answered it,
I would have lost out on that.
Well,
right?
No, it would have been Liz. I tried to call you. Jim Balent wanted to talk to you.
And I would just been like, what?
Yeah. So way to take a chance and answer that call.
Ooh, I'll tell you. Yeah, no. Yeah, it was just so. That's like a dream.
It was fun. It was so much fun. Yeah. What a good, when you can meet these. That's why I tell people, go to conventions, meet these people that you love, and the majority of the time they're not going to disappoint you. So.
No, Ruth Connell, Rowena from Supernatural, she was amazing.
Yeah,
she was absolutely amazing. And considering, and then Tom Welling was really nice. Like, the only bad experience I've had with meeting somebody was Michael Rosen.
Well, you know what? Maybe you're going to get somebody.
Maybe I just got him on at about, you know what I mean? Everybody has a bad day.
And maybe so, but I think the good will outweigh the bad.
Outweighs the bad every time. Every time.
So look, for Balent, I'm always going to have nothing but good things to say about him. The way he treated me, the way he wanted to treat you, somebody that he knew was a huge fan of his, and he wanted me to reach out to you so he could interact with you.
That's going the extra mile for your.
And hopefully, and I will definitely let you know when he's around. I believe he does live in Pennsylvania.
Yes, so, I knew that. So yeah,
I will certainly let you know next time.
He does regularly.
Yeah,
is what I'm thinking. But yeah, I hadn't even thought about that, and it's not that far away.
No, I'm surprised I haven't remembered him at Baltimore before.
I think he's done Baltimore, but I think he did Baltimore in like the 90s.
Yeah, I just don't remember seeing him there. But anyway, it's a wonderful interaction. Jim Balent, great guy. His wife, Holly, great gal.
Yeah, great people. I follow them both on Facebook and Instagram, and they like comments, and They're very interactive with their, excuse me, with their friend, with the people that are following them. And yeah, wonderful, wonderful people. So again, Gary, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I told you I begged John to to do a Swamp Thing illustration for you, so that you will have something from him, which he is a local Loudoun County artist. I think. Would you see me? Did you see his Batman? So like he did this on a. This is on the inside of the hood of a car.
Wow.
And
Liz, I would be honored to have a piece of work.
And this is the trunk inside.
Wow.
No, I guess that's the hood. That's the hood, and the other one's the trunk. But yeah,
Liz,
yeah.
Liz, I'd be honored, but I certainly don't want him to feel obligated.
Oh no, it might be weeks and weeks before you get it, but he was very intrigued when I sent him 3 different images of Swamp Thing, because Swamp Thing is kind of an interesting character for an artist.
Yeah,
there's so many facets to him. And I also like, one was an action figure, because I like the way that action figure was designed. You probably actually have it somewhere on your shelf.
Sure, I do.
Yeah. The other one was just some variant cover from something. I can't remember what it was. And then the other one was your number 9.
Number 9, baby.
I had to send it. I said, this is his favorite. So if you could do an homage to this, that would be great.
One thing was cool. So yeah, I picked up another 9. I picked up this book, which is a small, bigger than a digest version. I didn't even know existed.
Wow.
So I got a House of Mystery 2 from 1952, which is a Golden Age book. And this is my biggest get of the con. It's from 1952, second issue of House of Mystery. It's a big deal. But after that, the book that blew me away the most was this.
Was that Swamp Thing Digest?
Swamp Thing. It's bigger than a regular digest. It's here's a regular digest. I didn't know this existed.
Oh wow! Yeah, it is bigger.
So it's bigger, it's thicker.
Like the size of a book.
It's the first 10 issues of the Len Wein, Bernie Wrightson run of Swamp Thing. They were only on it together 10 issues. Plus they did the House of Secrets 92, the first Swamp Thing story. But that's not in here, and it's a Victorian story where this was a modern story, where it was set in 1972, the modern time. Right. And it's beautiful. It's done beautifully, but I didn't know this book existed. So for me to find that, it was a wonderful find. But yeah, this is my favorite comic cover of all time. So I'll be honored to have art from him.
Well, hopefully he will.
And did he like your sketch when you brought the sketch home? Because he didn't even know about that.
No, yeah, he was just amazed at everything that he was like, wow, Gary did all that. I was like, I know, right?
All the day's work. All the day's work for somebody.
A good friend.
Yes, such a great friend. You and your wife both have just been so wonderful to me.
Well, I was proud to do it. I was happy to do it.
Thank you. And I also did get the blank Absolute Catwoman cover and gave it to him so he could give me an actual Catwoman, and then I'm going to send that off to get slabbed as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. And then
if you could get him recognized as a CGC artist, it could be a yellow slab.
Exactly. That he sold his art, so I might be able to do that, right?
Talk to Kent about that.
Yeah, like they turned me down because I had not published anything or sold anything. So, but they have my name, right? Yeah. I did do the application process. Right. So I'm hoping that when Gary sends in a few of the things that I've inked for him, that they'll start seeing my name and it'll start going on the slabs.
Yeah, because Dan is recognized. Dan is a CGC artist.
Dan is recognized, but I might do that for John. I might send in his art.
Try to
like this Batman.
Yep.
And send it in and be like, yeah, he's registered. And see if I can get him registered, because that would be great if it would be a yellow slab. That would be really cool. Really, really, really cool. I just was so, again, thank you.
You're welcome.
Much for that. I was
absolutely
just so bored. All right. So are we ready to move into our big topic of the night?
Sure.
Our Marvel
let's do it.
Top 10. All right. So I have an honorable mention. Krista has an honorable mention. Did you have an honorable? You
I
didn't.
do. I have somebody that couldn't make it. So there.
Okay. Okay. So, well, let's start out with you. Didn't necessarily send me a picture, so you just throw out who your honorable mention is.
I did, but you wouldn't be able to see it because it's the Invisible Woman.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay. Okay. Sue Storm.
Yep. Yeah, so there's the picture's right there. You just can't see. She's
You just
immaterial.
can't because she's invisible.
Invisible right now.
Actually, I think we will see her later because she's on Krista's list, I do
Well,
believe.
there was a great miniseries a few years ago where she was kind of like a government agent.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was really great, and I had never considered
it really,
that.
really was.
And what a great agent she would be.
Oh. So
Yeah.
my honorable mention is Maya Lopez, Miss Echo.
Ooh, nice.
I really love this character. I love seeing people with disabilities as superheroes. I think that that's important for people.
Agreed.
I think that's important for deaf people to see themselves represented. I think it's important for all, all of us that suffer from whatever disability, see ourselves represented. She is so much fun. She is a Choctaw. She's from the Choctaw tribe. You will notice a theme. I have a lot of Northern American indigenous women on my list, which
That's
I found
awesome.
kind of interesting once I got it all said and done. She got knocked off by a couple people. She was on the list, and you know how it is. We start whittling it down. But she only got knocked off down to 11. So I wanted to mention her. I really loved this one shot specifically. The Phoenix song, it was excellent. I loved the TV show. And I got to meet the actress. I take that back. I didn't meet her. I sat at a panel that she did when my son and I were at AwesomeCon. And amazing to hear her talk about her experience of filming Echo for Marvel. And yeah, I just really think she's a great character. So she's my honorable mention. What about you, ma'am? Who's yours?
All right.
And
so
I think you sent
my honorable mention,
there she
I
is.
sent you the picture, is Dr. Aphra. Yeah. So technically, she is a Star Wars character, which is owned through Marvel. So technically she's Marvel. She is written through Marvel Comics. I don't know if you guys have ever read any of those comics before.
Well, I read the Ahsoka ones.
I have not.
And I've read a couple of I have a couple of the ones that were like the anniversary editions of like A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. But that's about it.
So she's like a mechanic that ends up getting captured and has to work for her.
Okay.
And she's really, really interesting character.
What makes her a doctor?
Oh, my connection's up here.
What makes her a doctor?
Hold on a second, my connection's acting up. Why are you doing this?
Well, I can hear you better now.
Yeah. And you're only a little fuzzy. Oh, no, she just
we lost.
Yeah.
Well, let me say this. When you said indigenous people, I realized somebody else, hopefully you will say her later, but there's an indigenous, there's a Native American character that I would have had on my list and I forgot. I did my list late. I was late.
Yes, and I do apologize for that.
That's okay.
Ironically, Krista and I had figured out that Alan is next week before I even left Comic Logic on Wednesday.
Yeah, I thought.
That's why I thought that because apparently we decided that, but forgot to pass on that information to you.
Yeah, the last I heard, we still needed to iron that out. Which would be so. And I have to admit, my brain has been a little addled. We got bad news on one of our kitties, and he may have a week to a month to live. So
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, poor Simon. So Simon had a bad day yesterday, but a better day today. So you know, a very lethargic day, but today is better, so we feel better. But we don't know if we have a week, we don't know if we have a month, but we're gonna enjoy them and keep them comfortable for as long as we can, and then when the time comes, we'll do what's right. But so I have been, my attention is diverted. I didn't think about it till right before I texted you. I'm like,
Yeah,
"Shit, am
and
I on? I forgot about it."
yeah, and I had sent you the links and everything on Facebook, but I don't think you had seen it yet.
I didn't look.
Yeah.
I'm not always on.
So,
Yeah.
and I was like racing to download everything from my phone to get
I
it
bet
on
you
the
were.
computer to get it, you know.
I was racing to get the pictures and do all that. So yeah, so I did miss that one character, but it
Hey,
sounds
you and Krista are still both better than me because I was so lazy that I did not bother. I was
well.
like, I have comics for
There you
every
go.
single one of my characters. I'm just gonna hold them up.
For me to dig them out, that's harder for me sometimes.
Yeah, I see.
Um,
I did that earlier
yeah,
today.
yeah.
So once I got my list pretty much settled, I would say by about 10 o'clock this morning. And then so I spent the rest of the day looking through what I had for, you know, to pick which cover I wanted to show. And
It was. I mean, I think it was 5:45 when I
oh,
contacted you.
hold on, she's messaging me.
All right.
Okay, she said just to continue,
Okay.
and she will come back on when she
And
can.
we'll catch up with hers. Yep.
Yeah, we will catch up with her. So anyway, we did her honorable mention. So we're going to, which is the Dr.
After.
Afra, and she's a character from Star Wars, which I look forward to Crystal telling us a little bit more about her when we do our review towards the end. So now we're at number 10. And if I remember correctly, your number 10 is
Hella good. A big bad.
she is so cool.
I love her costume, and that's pretty close to the original costume that she was
Mm-hmm.
introduced with in the issue of Thor. And I've complete run of Thor from Journey in the Mystery 83 up, so I have that first issue. It's a vibrant. I almost used that cover. It's a beautiful red cover,
Mm-hmm.
and she just really stands out on it in her green and black garb. But Hela is the
She's
goddess of death.
badass.
Yeah, she's a badass. She is.
Yeah.
And portrayed pretty damn well in
Yes. And the only thing that I don't like about how that I've seen her portrayed in the comics, and I haven't read a whole bunch, and I'm not reading her new title that just started like what this month or this last month, The Queen in Black.
Not sure.
But Hela in the Norse mythology is supposed to be, you know, the iteration of death. So when you look at her, half of her face is a beautiful young woman, but the other half of her face is a decaying corpse.
Wow.
Right. And they don't really show that in the comics. I mean, I can understand why that might gross out the kids.
Yeah, I
you
think.
know,
But
but that is true, you know, how she's portrayed in some Norse mythology as the goddess of the underworld. But yeah, I thought Kate Blanchett did a very good job of
so
playing
did
her
I.
in the movie. I love the way she was just throwing gigantic like pole arms at
Yeah.
her. You don't look like, you look like him, but you don't sound like you sound like him. So all right, so best storyline with her.
Best storyline with her is when Thor went to hell and retrieved Walter Simonson. He retrieved souls from hell that shouldn't have been there, and Hela sent her hordes after Thor, and Thor was damaged and he was injured, and he was going to try to hold the bridge at, I'm going to mispronounce the name, Gilbrayou, something like that, and
There she is.
and the executioner Scourge.
Welcome back, honey.
Scourge knocked out Thor, sucker punched him,
Mm-hmm.
and Scourge held the bridge. He had automatic weapons, and they reprised that in the movie where Scourge,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it was it's one of the greatest death scenes ever in comics for me. And Scourge held the bridge and against Hela's forces, and I love that. I love that.
Awesome! I might have to check that out. I might have to check that out in comic form.
And Scourge died. Scourge died a hero.
Sorry about that.
No, hey, it happens to all of us. So, Dr. Aphra, your honorable mention, Star Wars, Marvel Comics. She's a
Yes.
mechanic. What does she
She's
work
a, yeah, so she's like a gray character, and she ends up faking her own death, and she ends up going on all these side quests where the rebels don't like her, but the Empire's after her. And she is canonically the first lesbian in Star Wars, which is really cool in Star Wars comics. So that's pretty cool.
What makes her a doctor?
So they call her doctor because she's a mechanic and she fixes things. So she's like, she understands the ins and outs.
Oh, ship doc. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they call her Doc, like Dr.
Right.
Aphra.
Okay, so your
So
number.
what was your mention that I missed?
Hella.
No, Hella wasn't his honorable mention.
That's
Hella
a good one.
Yeah, his honorable. Wait. Hella. Yeah, Sue Storm was his honorable mention.
That's
okay,
right.
So now we're on to number 10. He introduced us to Hela.
Good one.
The Marvel, from Asgard. And I do believe that your number 10 is Miss Elektra.
Elektra. I love Elektra so much. This list was really, really hard because I had so many picks I was going through, but I had to do
that cover.
Right.
I like the pose with the two knives.
The
or whatever
sigh.
they're called.
The sigh. Say.
Yeah.
Her size. It's one of my favorite covers, so I had to choose that one.
Greg Horn, I believe.
With Daredevil or without Daredevil?
She's really fun by herself, but I love the two of them together. Their like rapport is so fun.
Me too.
Agreed. All right. Well, my number 10 is the second Indigenous Native North American on my list, and that is Kaori, who is a Mohawk.
Ooh.
It's from the What If universe, and her story was so good. She basically reshapes the entire multiverse by changing history. She goes through time and beats the Spanish, and instead of the Spanish defeating them, and she just meets all these different Marvel characters throughout her journey. She again is this strong Indigenous woman who really ends up putting herself on the level of in the What If universe of Ultron, of Infinity Gauntlet, Ultron. In fact, her, Captain Britain, Peggy Carter, and Aurora, I want to say it was Storm. The three of them are the ones who actually in the What If shows actually ended up defeating Ultron. So which I loved that it was the women who actually banded together and were able to stop him. So she is a lot of fun. I'm loving that they're taking some of these characters that they created for this, animation series and actually giving them comics. I would love to see a mini, like a 3-issue. This was just a one shot of the Marvel Voices run, but I would love to see like a 3-issue or a 6-issue mini series with her. I would buy that in a minute.
That'd be fun.
So that's my number 10. So now we're moving on to number 9. Mr. Gary, Uncle Gary, what's your number 9?
Oh, I think we just saw number 9.
I think we did. We just showed her.
Let's show another Greg
Horn. A little
bit
of a different image. This image is amazing.
Yep. So Elektra.
We
just, she's great. She's Greek. She'll stab you. She'll skewer you. And I love her and Matt Murdock together.
That was going to be my next question.
They're a great, absolutely great conflicted couple. And, I love how he doesn't want her to kill, and she sure as hell wants to kill. I love that conflict. And the best run with her is where she was introduced by Frank Miller. And and that was one of the greatest death scenes ever, too. That was Bullseye. But Elektra, great character. Absolutely.
Agreed.
So
scary women.
did you like either portrayal of her on screen? And if so, Jennifer Gardner over the gal who played her in the Daredevil TV series, who I don't remember the actress's name, so forgive me.
What season was she in? Because I don't know that
She was in 2 and a tiny little bit in 3.
Yeah.
I don't remember her much, so I'm going to have to say Jennifer Garner because that's one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I loved her in the Daredevil show.
Krista, we're on to your number 9.
My number 9
is Miss
Destiny.
Destiny.
I love Destiny. She's such a cool character. I like the fact that she has precognition, and since she is blind, which is why she wears that metal helmet, she can really she's able to really understand her visions better because she doesn't have any other kind of thing getting in the way.
Input. Yeah.
She's Mystique's better half.
Don't have many female characters named Irene anymore. So there you go.
I know. Irene Adler is her actual name.
Okay.
Irene's a good name.
All right.
So
I don't know too much about her other than that she is Mystique's partner.
Right.
And both of them are Rogue's mother. That they raised Rogue.
Their stepmother, Rogue is their stepdaughter. Nightcrawler is their biological
child.
Yeah, because Mystique can actually shapeshift, so she actually was able, to like create.
I didn't know that.
And Destiny carried him. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Interesting in the twisted ways comics work, right? And they work family dynamics. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So my number 9 is Miss Natasha Romanoff.
Solid.
Is that Natasha or Yelena with being blind?
This one is Natasha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just very, very pale one.
Yes. And I think it's Natasha. Pretty sure. I could be wrong about that.
We know you mean Natasha.
We know who you mean. We
know in the black. I only ever saw her in the white. So if I pick this cover out, because it's the only Black Widow I have, and it is actually Yelena and not Natasha. Natasha is the one I'm actually the fan of. I like her. I wish they had done it in the movies, but I like her with Bucky. I think they trained her. Great couple. And so rather than like in the movies, they try to sort of hook her up with the Hulk. And I didn't hate that. But
in the comics, she was with Daredevil.
Yeah. Daredevil and Bucky, right?
And Bucky.
Yeah.
Daredevil, Hawkeye, and Bucky in the comics.
All 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew about Hawkeye and Bucky. I didn't know about Daredevil. Interesting. Yep.
Well, for a while, Daredevil's book was Daredevil and Black Widow. When Daredevil first went to San Francisco in like the 80-something issue of the book, and then she was his co-star. And then at one point, the book was just like Green Lantern was Green Lantern and Green Arrow for a while. It was Daredevil and Black Widow.
Yeah, it was a crossover.
Oh, that kind of makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
And just to be clear, and this is from somebody else's list, but we're just going to show her really quick right there. That is the right Natasha Romanoff. Okay, so
those crazy redheads.
Right, exactly.
I got a lot of redheads on my list.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Not surprised.
I'm not surprised at all.
Somebody's got a type. Somebody has a type.
Gary's number 9. Let me find it right here. Is Miss another famous redhead, Miss MJ.
My number 8. Yep. Okay.
There you go.
So honestly, when I threw my list together, she might have been bumped because there's 2 others I probably should have thrown the list in but I was rushing to get it in. So, but I threw Mary Jane on there. I threw that panel on there because that's one of the greatest panels in Spider-Man history because they had been teasing this. So this is John Romita Sr. Drew this, and they had teased the first appearance of Mary Jane Watson. while Ditko was doing the run. And Peter didn't want anything to do with meeting her. He didn't think she'd be pretty. They'd always have her face obscured by like a plant or a wall or something stupid, because he's got to be introduced to Anna's niece. This is when we finally see her, and his jaw. And when Romita, Ditko was great in the early Spider-Mans, but when Romita started drawing it, Romita came from a romance comics background. Everybody in that book, including Peter Parker, got better looking. And so that's exactly what happened. So when you first see Mary Jane, she's an absolute knockout, and that the great iconic quote, "Face it, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot."
And it's kind of pathetic.
Yep.
Because you just hit the jackpot, and then she ends up being jackpot
For a while. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
that was intentional.
It was totally, yeah.
Well, they when they created the jackpot thing, though, the jackpot is okay. Here we go. Comic history time. Jackpot is an exact ripoff of the Dial H for Hero, Robbie Reed. He had this little dial. That's for the jackpot, and you become a hero. And so he become all these different heroes. So it's exact. I mean, it's taken right from that.
My gosh, that's hilarious.
But I just think she's a great character, a great love interest, and part of it too is me trying to. I've been saying for over a year now that Spider-Man 1000 is going to be Peter and Mary Jane back together again. That they're going to be knocking boots, and I've been saying this for well over a year that that's what it's going to be. And the last issue of Venom, they get together and have a heart-to-heart, and they talk about their future and things like that, and they're going to be close and all that. So I think it's setting it up. I hope it's setting it up. When Joe Quesada made that stupid decision to break them up, and that one more day storyline was just ridiculous. I think a lot of Peter Parker fans have hated that ever since. We don't need Spider-Man to be dating around. That's not what we need for excitement. We want him with Mary Jane, or at least I do.
Yeah.
Agreed.
No, I have to agree. I'm always MJ over Gwen, or Felicia.
Mm-hmm.
Felicia, love Felicia, but he's supposed to be with MJ, just like Bruce is supposed to be with Selena.
Right after. So in Spider-Man 121, Gwen is killed, and the great Jerry Conway, who passed away last year, he had just taken over that book a year earlier, and he's killing Gwen in the first year. 122, the Goblin gets killed. In a great way. The Goblin's going to impale him with his glider, and Spider-Man's spider sense makes him duck, and then the Goblin impales himself with his own glider. What a great death scene that was. So the next issue, I believe it's 123, Peter is just all in his grief over Gwen's death, and he jumps all on Mary Jane, calls her basically a party girl. You don't have, you're kind of that, but you don't have any real feelings. What do you know about depth of? And he reads her the riot act, and Mary Jane goes to walk out of his door, and instead of walking out, she closes the door and goes back and comforts him.
Aww.
That's a pretty good scene. That's a
great scene.
And that's the scene that shows you right there that that's who needs to be together. They need to be together, because he ripped her a new one for being a vapid party girl, basically. I'm paraphrasing. But she could have left and been done with him. She knew he was hurting. She knew he was grieving, and she shut the door and she goes back. And is a true friend to him.
Yeah. Obviously. Yeah. 100%. All right. So great pick. Very good now, pick. Krista, your number 8.
My number 8 is Jubilee. I love Jubilee so much. So she's one of my favorite mutants. I love that she has really pretty kind of firework powers, but she has such a good heart. But I also love the fact I love her because she's constantly paired with Wolverine, and her and Logan have such a great rapport. She kind of balances him out really well. She understands how to kind of play off big scary characters. So I've just always loved Jubilee, so she had to be on my list.
She's a fun character. Is she still a vampire the way things are now?
No.
That's been switched? Okay.
Yeah. That was fun though.
Yeah,
she's a fun character.
And she has a child that she was taking care of too. There was a baby she was taking care of at some point, Shogu or something to that effect.
Yeah.
great, cool character.
She's so
All
fun.
right. Good choice. Good choice. My number 8 is my third Indigenous North American woman, and that is Danny Mirage Moonstar. And she is a Cheyenne tribe member. I love her precog power. I also love that she was a Valkyrie.
Yes.
And, she's got this, amazing, she's got to keep her horse, even though she's not a Valkyrie anymore. She got to keep her horse.
Bright
This
Wind.
little 5-issue run that she's got has been so good. It's a continuation of what happened in Immortal Thor 25 and then in Magic 10. And then this story continued from there, where they overthrew the Society of the Eternal Dawn. But in doing that, they let loose some monsters that stole some artifacts that this society had been hiding. And now Moonstar is hooked up with a couple people from the society to go kill the monster and retrieve the artifacts. Just she's so well written. This particular story is being written by Ashley Allen, and the artist is Eduardo Adino, and it's just been so good. This particular variant cover is a Jenny Friesen,
Yes, it is.
and she just this recreation is just gorgeous. So I'm really, really enjoying reading about Danny, and I want to dig more into the character because she goes back further than you'd think.
Have you read the Demon Bear storyline from New Mutants?
I have not.
It's pretty powerful.
So I was told that that's one I've got to read.
Yep. Now this is the one that I wish I had put on my list. I forgot her, and I shouldn't have, because my daughter is named Danielle, and I took it from Danielle Moonstar.
Do you call her Danny?
She calls herself Danny. I always call her Danielle, but she calls herself Danny, so she wants to be called Danny. So,
okay.
But how could I have forgotten that?
Right.
But I did. So Danielle Moonstar. By buying my Danielle, I'm buying those books for her. So I'm buying a copy for me and one for her, so she can have. And my other daughter, Morgan, was named after Travis Morgan, the warlord.
Nice.
So,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so
that's really cool.
My ex-wife was not happy when she found out I picked Danielle Moonstar from that.
Dropped off again.
Yeah, she's probably reconnected, and then.
There we go. Welcome back.
Then when we had
just going with your phone.
Yeah, I'm just doing my phone.
When we had Morgan, she was like, "You're not getting away with that this time." And I said, "Okay." So Morgan was the middle name, and then years later found out it was after Travis Morgan, the warlord.
I actually like the name Morgan now.
Morgan's a great name. So, and I've got Mike Grill. I told Mike Grill that story, and so Morgan has a warlord issue signed to them great. from Mike Grill, and Danielle has a cover with Danielle Moonstar signed to her from Chris Claremont.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Yeah,
no, that's really cool.
Since those were their namesakes. So yeah, so I had a senior moment that I didn't put Danielle Moonstar on my list.
Well, at least you got represented, right?
Yeah, I'm happy you did that. When you said you had all those Native Americans represented, I thought, okay.
Yeah.
She'll be on the
Danny
list.
might be one of them. Yeah. All right. Well, we're up to number 7, and Gary's number 7 is another awesome female.
Ooh.
Miss Tigra.
That is Greer Garson, who was the original cat.
Yes.
And then Greer Garson became Tigra, and her uniform as the cat is being worn by Hellcat now. And I was debating whether I was going to use Tigra or Hellcat, but Tigra is just such a striking, visual image.
So beautiful.
Yeah, so really cool. That was an Alex Ross image of her, but it's just a really cool character. Tigra had a great run in West Coast Avengers for a while. So, but that's Greer Garson, Tigra. And it's been known to eat mice. So we have.
A great, great, great pick. All right, Krista, your number 7, one of my favorite characters, Miss.
Mm-hmm.
Had to do it.
Yeah. Such
we-
a great cover, too.
I
Adam
love that
Hughes.
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we all love Mary Jane, but I had to do some Felicia on here.
Yeah. Had to do Miss Felicia.
Definitely.
Are you
The
reading
two of them
her?
together in the book that they just in that book was pretty good. The two of them together.
Oh, it was
It
great
was.
as Venom with Mary Jane
Yep.
as Venom, and
Yep.
it was like 4 issues.
Yeah, it was a little bit, and they bonded, had a little bit of girl power,
They
together.
did. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was great. It reminded me of when they were working together on Dark Web back in 2020.
Yeah,
When
I
she
can
was
see
still
that.
doing MJ was still Jackpot, and they
Mhm.
kind of gotten all that. They were trying to, get something that off of the web that Mary Jane didn't want on the web. It was. I love it when they work together.
Mhm.
I mean, it's I know they're rivals for Peter, but when they're friends and they're working together and they're not fighting over Peter,
Yep.
they're
You know what? This doesn't sound right. They're rivals for Peter, and they're fighting over Peter.
Yeah.
It just is
fair for
Mr. Parker.
fair.
For Mr. Parker.
That's the trophy they're fighting for.
Oh my God, you guys are killing me. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, moving on. My number 7, another duplicate on our list, but somebody's got her higher up than I have her, and that is Miss Jessica Jones. She's
Yeah.
actually reading a Venom comic
Yep.
in this. I love the first Alias series. I loved, when she was dealing with the Purple Man. This new series has been really great. I think she's really good with Luke Cage. I
Yep.
like them together. In this she's with Typhoid Mary, so that's been kind of interesting. They're running around New York causing havoc, trying to catch a serial killer. It's been really good. I guess we're on issue. So 4 just came out this past week.
Mhm.
It did not make my top 5, but only because I didn't. There were so many things to pick from. It was very, very good this week. So I'm really interested to see how they wrap it up, and I think she's a great character. I just love the concept that she's kind of like super strong and she's almost as indestructible as Wolverine, without the adamantium skeleton.
Yeah.
So, yep. So that's it for my number 7. Moving right along to number 6, who we just saw for Krista's number 7.
Instead of bye, Felicia, it's hi, Felicia.
Yes. So Gary's number 6 is also Miss.
Same cover, same Adam Hughes cover.
Yeah.
I didn't bother to download it twice.
You didn't need to, and how she runs like that is they act as ballast is what was in one of the recent issues, and that's how I always said, how the heck does Jim Balent's Catwoman run across rooftops with that with
that rack?
With that rack. So they addressed that in one of the Black Cat issues where she said, "Tell her it acts like ballast."
Yes, yeah, it was so funny.
Yeah. So,
oh
but
my gosh,
just a great character.
So funny.
I have a complete run of Spider-Man, so of course I have the first Black Cat, and it's just really cool character. I love the bad luck powers.
Yes.
I love the fact that she tries to do good, but sometimes her nature gets the better of her. But she very much mirrors Catwoman in the way that she's she's basically a good person at heart. She's just this girl's got needs.
Girls got needs.
Girls want some shiny things sometimes. Girls just want to have.
They like shiny, sparkly, blingy things.
Yeah, they do.
So onward to number 6 for Krista, which it happens to be the honorable mention for Gary. And there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Miss Sue Storm. Tell us
Yep.
all about why you picked her, Miss Krista.
I love Sue Storm. I love that in the Fantastic Four, she is not necessarily power wise the strongest, but she really is. She holds everyone together. She's the mom. She really like holds in. She also is one of the most respected amongst everyone else in terms of the Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just such a cool character. And another element to her character I also really like, I'm going to talk about a little bit later about one of my other picks.
Well, I
Okay.
will say, I'm going to say about Sue Storm, I think she is the most powerful in the FF.
I
With what-
think so, but I
with
know
what-
there's an
with what
argument
she-
for it.
With what she can do with her force fields and all,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the most powerful.
I have to agree with Gary. I think she's probably the most powerful. Maybe not the strongest, which would be Thing,
Right.
right? Or the fastest, which would be Johnny, right?
Mhm.
But what she can do, she can go anywhere and you wouldn't know she was there. And
Yeah.
all of her force fields and yeah.
What she can do with the force fields, I think, makes her so strong.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%.
And also, as a D&D nerd, I always play a ranger because you can do stealth attacks. So since she
Yes.
can go invisible, she can also get those. She can kind of like sneak up on
Yep.
you. So she's also strong that way.
And I play Star Wars. That's my favorite character. Is my operative who sneaks around all stealthy.
Yeah,
There
that
you go.
miniseries,
Yeah,
that miniseries where they had her as a government agent was
Yes.
brilliant. Was really
Yes.
a great use of that character.
Agreed.
Yeah, 100%. All right. So moving on to my number 6, another duplicate on our list. I think this is the first. I think I'm getting her on first, but and that is Miss Aurora Moreau Storm.
Yes,
This cover is by Elizabeth Torque.
great cover.
This was the first issue of her newest run that was from the end of last year to the beginning of this year.
Yes.
She's just amazing. She's so strong. She's
Regal.
super powerful.
Yes.
She's been Queen of Wakanda. I love her with T'Challa.
Mhm.
You know, I think they make a great couple. But she's also fabulous all by her lonesome.
Yeah.
You know,
Doesn't
and
need nobody.
her last 2 runs, by both of them by I'm gonna pronounce the name completely wrong. Muriwa Aodel, have just been amazing.
Yes.
So I really and I have loved her. So even she's like the one character that I knew of even when I was a kid. I didn't read Marvel and I wasn't an X-Men fan, but I knew who Storm was.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So that's my number 6.
She's another one that should have made my list. Again, I did my list a little too
You
quickly.
were doing it super fast. And you know, Gary,
Yep.
though, I think lists change
Yep.
continually. I don't think they're
Yeah.
ever like static.
Right. Well, I'm happy that she was on that list because she is well deserving of that. What a great character. And again, I see Storm's Regal. And Storm was originally not even going to be a Marvel character. I don't know if you know
Right.
that. Storm and
Really?
Nightcrawler were going to be DC characters. They were going to be in the Legion of Superheroes. If you look at their costumes, Dave Cockrum had designed them, took them to Len Wein, and they were going to be in the Legion. And well, he had designed them for the Legion. Dave Cockrum goes to Marvel and he uses them for the X-Men. If you look at Nightcrawler's costume, very reminiscent of Chameleon Boys in a way that Cockrum had redesigned the costumes. Look at Storm's original costume, very reminiscent of Saturn Girl's costume. That kind of like a swimsuit, you know, the way it came together with the ring in the center at the belly button. Very reminiscent of Saturn Girl's costume. So they were going to be members of the Legion of Superheroes, but Dave Cockrum went to Marvel and took those designs to Len Wein, and the rest is history.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. All right. Moving on to 5. We're halfway. We did it. We're halfway through our list.
Top
All right.
5.
So Gary's number 5. Let me find
Bad girl.
here. The
Bad girl.
one and
Yeah.
only, and the many, the one,
Raven.
the only, and the many, Mystique.
Raven Darkholm. What a cool character she is.
This is a great cover.
And sometimes she's on the right sides, sometimes she's on the wrong side, but
She's on her own
all the
side.
time she's on Raven's side.
Yes.
So she's going to do what she wants to do. And I think it's absolutely brilliant that she is the father of Nightcrawler.
Yes.
Brilliant. Because,
Yeah.
some people are like 2 women there, some closed-minded people. Just think about this. If she is a shapeshifter, and if she can totally replicate the person that she is shifting into, if she's replicating a man, why wouldn't she be able to produce sperm as that man?
Right.
To be able to
She
impregnate.
replicates everything
Right.
cellularly that they are.
Right.
Yeah.
So why could she not replicate?
Only the ignorant.
Exactly.
question that.
So I think it is absolutely perfect that she is Nightcrawler's father
Yep.
and
Agreed.
impregnated Irene, Destiny.
Destiny.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that is wonderful to make that connection. And Claremont had wanted to do that for a long time, but the time wasn't quite right,
Yeah.
when he had come up with that idea. But sure, it's perfect. And I love how Wolverine really hates her.
Yeah.
He has been burned by her so many times. He can
many
sniff
times.
her out. He can sniff her out. And he knows.
Yeah.
But he really hates her. He hates her with a passion.
Yeah.
But because he's tired of her crap. So
Right.
but like I said, sometimes she's on the X-Men side, sometimes she's on the villain side, but always on Raven's side.
100%.
On Raven's side, 100%.
Yep.
All right, Krista, your number 5.
My number 5 is Malice.
Oh, wow. Sue.
Had to do it.
Okay. So I love that 5 is Malice and 6 is Sue Storm.
I did that on purpose.
I knew you did. This costume. Wow.
Yeah, it was Walter Simonson's art on that cover. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
it's so good. It stands out. It's so polar opposite of Sue.
Mhm.
I love Malice is just pure female rage. It's just like Sue had unfortunately experienced a miscarriage and then got turned into this like mega warrior. So this is just kind of like her female rage just coming out and manifesting, and does all kinds of just crazy stuff. And it's an amazing, fun character, and it represents so many things. So
Yeah.
I love Malice.
I love it when they do that with a character like Sue Storm, Malice, or Jean Grey, Madeline Pryor.
Yeah.
I just love it when they do that. And I think that Marvel does it really, they do it a lot more successfully than DC does.
It's also a good way to show that like a character that's so put in a box that they can really be like showing them
Pulled
outside.
out of the box. Yes.
Yeah, like a character that is very written, very black and white. You get to show them either full of color or at least the gray part. Like they're not set in stone. They get to express themselves and just kind of rage. So like Sue is kind of like the nice classical music version where like Malice is just like the hard rock, kind of crazy, chaotic, So Malice is just like such an interest, and some of the stuff that she does is crazy.
Yeah.
So I love Malice.
You like anything a little crazy.
And they just introduced Malice from another multiverse in FF lately. They had a version of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So my number 5 is Miss Anne Marie LeBeau.
Ooh, of
this
course.
is Derek Chu from the Savage Land run, but I love Rogue. She's so fun. I love the way she talks. She is super powerful when her powers are working. It's like in the last, in the last run, she, her powers were sketchy. But but she's, she's one of those characters that she's been bad, she's been good, she's been gray, in a gray area. Lots of character development with her. She's come a long way, finding out, um, her history with Remy.
Remy.
I think she's a lot of fun. And I'm really enjoying her. Like, I loved the way that they wrote, drew her, and the actress vocalized her on the animated series in the 90s,
Right.
and then the redone one that they
Yes.
got
Yeah.
the same actress. And
Yes.
I'm really glad that they were able to get, especially for Storm and Rogue, because those characters are so central to the
I don't
show.
have-
Sorry, I need you to say goodnight.
You know.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
So, everything okay?
No, I'm going to have to check out for a minute. So let me.
Yeah,
let me
Go for it.
Yep.
Bye.
You do what you got to do.
All right. Thanks. Bye. Let me.
Anyway, so okay, yep, that'll work.
Let me. Sorry.
No, you're
I don't know. I don't know how to turn.
We like staring at your ceiling.
I know. There we go.
See, I had technical difficulties earlier, so it's
Yeah,
all good.
it's one of those nights. It's storming here in Loudoun County and different varying places in the county. So
I think that's part of why
Um,
my laptop just kept going in and out. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do my phone.
yeah, I've totally been there and done that. So well, why don't we do your number 4, and hopefully he'll get back, and then we'll just roll him in like we rolled you in.
Sounds good.
Okay. So and let me find you here. So I actually love so much this picture that you picked. Where is it? I know it's here. Come on, where are you? No, that's Dr. Afra. Okay, where are you? Oh, there she is. Nope. I'm losing my mind. I know she's here,
Building that anticipation.
right? Okay, maybe I have to. Oh my God. I can't find it. All right, we're going to go grab it again. So, where are we here? Sorry, folks, technical difficulties. I thought I had all these loaded. There she is. Okie dokie. Processing show. There we go. There she is.
There she is.
This is such a great image too. All the women.
Yeah, that's kind of why I picked it.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
love Jessica Jones.
yeah. She's so fun.
She's such a fun character. She's
She
so
really
cool.
is. No, she totally, totally, totally is. So let's see. Are you reading the new one? Are you reading the new series right now?
I'm collecting it. I'm not currently reading it.
You haven't read it yet. Okay. Did you read the first Alias, which is the story about the
Yes.
Purple Man, right?
Yes.
So good.
Yes.
So terrifyingly creepy
Oh yeah.
that somebody could have a power like that.
Yeah.
But it was so well written, and I love how Kristen Ritter plays her on TV.
Yes, she really captures her, like, just her strength and her wit.
Yeah, the
Like,
snarkiness.
yes.
For sure.
She's so sharp. She's so
Yes.
sharp, and I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. Always with that comeback. And of course I love her with Luke Cage. And I love that they have a kid.
Mhm.
I just think that's great. Right? Because again, it shows that you can give these characters lives.
Mhm.
They can have spouses, they can have children, and they can still sell comics.
Yeah.
Look at Lois and Superman. Look at Jean and Cyclops, Remy and Rogue. Yeah. I don't understand DC's fascination with we have to keep people away from people, like they won't let Batman hook up, and they don't want there's a couple other characters that they don't, that they keep. They'll like bring somebody in and then they'll break them up.
DC will just be all or nothing, where Marvel kind of like lets people kind of play around and
Yeah.
find their way back to who they're kind of supposed to be with, but they mainly let them play around. Especially if you're an
100%.
X-Men. If you're an
Yeah.
X-Men, you definitely like play around, unless the exception to the rule, because I will be strike down by one of our viewers, Katie. I will be strike down. Rogue is always with Gambit. They're
Always.
always endgame,
Always.
as
Yeah.
they
They're
should
always
be.
endgame.
Yes.
100%. And that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of love that about
They're
them.
kind of like relationship goals.
Yeah.
So they just
Yeah.
always choose each other at the end of every day.
Oh,
Except occasionally with Magneto, but we're not going to get into that.
right. 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 Right.
That's kind of like
So
we were on a break. It's a little friends.
oh my gosh. So my number 4 is Miss Jean Grey, like
Yeah.
Phoenix. This is by Derek Chu. This cover's by Derek Chu. I love her. I
Another
love
redhead.
her as Dark Phoenix. I love her as Phoenix. I love her as just Jean. I think her story is so interesting. Um, I think that it's great that she's the most powerful telepath. Like she's even big, stronger than Charles Xavier. And she's so flawed.
Yes.
I love a flawed character,
Me too.
right? Yes, we have Peter with his great power comes great responsibility. Yeah, Jean kind of has messed that up more than once.
Well, I think like a lot of her flaws kind of add to her strength though, because they make her more chaotic, but also they really build her strength.
Yes, 100%. I love her tie to Scott Summers, Cyclops.
Hmm.
I love the whole. I mentioned her briefly earlier. I love the whole Madeline Pryor, the whole Dark Phoenix storyline, that whole chaotic. Scott thinks he's with Jean, but he's not because it's
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, such good storytelling.
With
Um, so yeah, I
their
think that
kid.
she's a great character. I've not loved how she's been portrayed on screen. I'm a fan of Sophie Turner. I did not like her Jean Grey, and I really did not like Farrakhan
Famke.
Jansen's
Famke Jensen.
Famke Jenkins. I didn't. The only time I liked her was when she turned into Dark Phoenix.
Mm.
Like in the last one, in Last Stand. Like that was the only time I actually really liked her as Jean Grey. And then I did think it was great when she made that appearance at the end of Days of Futures Past. Like, you okay, Logan? Like she's not dead, And it was like, oh, this is so cool. So I'm going to be really interested to see what they do when they bring these new X-Men over and how they're going to transition from the 2000s cast
Mm-hmm.
to now. It sounds like they're going to just completely ignore the First Class cast. Like I haven't
Kind of
heard
seems that
anything
way.
about McElvey or Michael Fassbender or Jennifer Lawrence or any of Nicholas Holt. You know what I mean? All of
Yeah.
those that were part of that X-Men First Class and the new version of the mutants. I haven't heard anything about that. We've only heard about the one, the original cast. So I'm going to be interested. That's one thing I'm interested in seeing what happens in Doomsday. Like
Fair.
how they're going to bring in the X-Men and how that's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Um but anyway, I love her in comics and she's definitely moving up on my list. Um okay, question, Krista. Should we go ahead and show what Gary's were so we stay in line? And then when he comes back, when we do the review at the end where we list everybody's, he can talk about the ones that he missed. or should we just do ours?
How about we just do ours so he can really get his time? Like he can kind of
Excellent.
have like a whole like moment.
Absolutely.
Because I don't want to
Absolutely.
spoil it for him. Like I
Yes,
want him
no,
to have
I
his moment.
100% agree. Just let me make a little mark on where we were with him so I know. Okay. All right. So you're up next. You are up to number 3. And this is another one of my favorite characters. And this is one that I probably should have put on my list and didn't. It's like that hindsight thing. Hilarious.
Hilarious.
I love her.
My
So
green haired
cool.
girl. I love Polaris. I love that she is one of Magneto's like strongest daughters, and
Mm-hmm.
she's such a badass.
And
I
she's the one with with the most similar power to his.
yes, yes, she is
And I
just
love her green
Magneto
hair.
2.0. Yeah, and she's bright green.
Yeah.
Um, so I loved her even before like my like deep
Your green period.
my green era.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've just always loved Polaris. She's one of my favorite like characters from like the X-Men universe
Mm-hmm.
and Marvel.
I don't blame you. She's super powerful. She's Magneto's daughter.
Yeah.
I mean, how wrong can
So
you
powerful.
go? Yeah, she's really, really good. She was on the New Mutant. No, not the New Mutants. The other one. Was it not the Runaways?
She
There
was
was
in the
like
X
the
Factor for a
gift.
minute.
There was a TV show where it was the gift, something like that was like based on they had kids that were all mutants,
I
and
know what
they
you're
were
talking
kind
about. I didn't see it, but I know what you're talking about. So I
of
think she did.
Fred from Angel played the mother.
Yeah, I think she did have an appearance in a TV show. I haven't watched it. I'm very
Okay,
behind on TV shows.
yeah,
Unfortunately, I'm trying to catch up.
you got to
But
catch.
I
You're
I
trying to
believe
catch up
her.
with your comic reading, let alone TV shows. Hey man, I'm there. I'm totally
Say
there.
my comics, my novel books, like
Mhm. Mhm.
uh
I'm totally feeling you.
I'm so behind on everything, but I'm comics and books are the only things that I'm able to maintain.
Maintain. Yep. Same. Totally same. All right. Well, my number 3 is
Ready?
a duplicate, and it is Felicia,
Yeah.
Black Cat.
Oh, that's such a good one.
Isn't this a beautiful cover? This is
Man, it's
one of
gorgeous.
the I don't ever pronounce the name right. It's a one name EKU YUKE or something like that. No idea how to pronounce it.
No idea. But it's gorgeous.
It's really, really,
Shout out
really
to that
beautiful.
that artist because they did a really good job.
Yeah.
It's very pretty.
Oh wait, no, they signed it. I'm wrong. Greg Horn, 2019.
Greg
I feel
Horn.
stupid. It's
Shout out to
right on
Greg
the
Horn.
cover. But gorgeous. I love
So
the way that they got the like the dew um on the spider
Spiderweb.
web. I've been considering having this slabbed because it's so pretty. I just don't have the way to because it's sideways. I
Yeah.
don't have the space to hang it like that. Um, we've talked about her.
We
She's
love her
been
here.
on everybody's list. We love her. She is Marvel's version of Selena.
Yep.
That would be enough for me to love her. But I love the way that she interacts with everybody. Like right now in her title, she's interacting with Frank Castle, and it's hilarious. And can I just do a little side note and
Yeah.
ask Marvel, what the WTF is it with Frank Castle and dogs dying? Like, come on, people. First the TV show, then the comic. No more dogs dying, Marvel, please.
You
I
saying that
don't.
with Keto in the background is really funny.
Yes, I'm a dog person, man. Don't be doing the dogs dirty.
We love dogs here.
We love dogs here, and
But that's
yeah.
why
So
it's
I
such
was
a
I was
powerful
kind of
moment.
like after my debacle a couple weeks ago with the TV show
Yeah.
to open that up to open Black Cat, and by page 3, you're like, no. I was like,
Mhm.
oh my gosh. So anyway, love Felicia. Love how she interacts. I like the way she's flirty with her. You know, she's got a history with Matt. She's got a history with Frank. She's of course got her history with Peter. You know, she gets gotten around a little bit, but she's so fun. And
She
I
is.
love the luck. Like she's not even ever really sure how her luck is going to go against
Hmm.
somebody. Is it going to be good luck? Is it going to be bad luck? Is it going to go against her? Is it going to go against them? And I love that uncertainty about about her, you know.
I agree.
So so that's it. That's my number 3. So your number 3 is again another duplicate, and we have
My number two, right?
no. Oh, yes. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Yes. Number 2. Yes, your number 3 was Polaris. This is number 2. Sorry, folks.
You're good. Number two is, of course, I gotta do Mystique. Mystique is one of my
Hmm.
all-time favorite comic book characters. I love her so much. I talked about her partner earlier with Destiny, and now we got Mystique. Mystique, as
Hmm.
Uncle Gary said, is the father of Nightcrawler, who is possibly my favorite Marvel character of all time.
Okay.
So I love Nightcrawler,
Yeah.
and I love that she has such a deep connection, positive and negative, with
Hmm.
Charles and with Eric. Um, I love that she kind of helped kind of be a surrogate mom to Rogue.
Hmm.
She's got such a great connection with so many characters. But
Yeah.
as Uncle Gary said, she very much is a Jack Sparrow. She is very much like whatever's the best for her may not be the best for you, but she's gonna always do what's best for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
You have to respect that, though.
100%. Oh, I
Yeah.
love her for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Harley. She's kind of a Harley in a
Yeah.
way, where
100%. She is
she's
kind of
got a
like
Harley
Marvel's
vibe.
Harley. Yeah.
She's very Harley coded, which is
Yeah.
why she's one of my favorites. I love that kind of chaotic energy.
Hmm.
So, but the people who are the most chaotic have the biggest hearts
Yeah.
because they've been hurt so many times that they just kind of snap. So,
Hmm.
and that's kind of how Raven is.
Yeah.
Raven is very very old, so she has lived many lives
Yeah.
and has encountered and endured a whole lot,
I
but
love
she's
how
a
they've
strong and spunky.
left her origin vague all these
Yes,
years. And
she's
please
kind of
leave
got a
it that
Joker
way. We
thing.
don't want a definitive origin for her.
Well, it's kind of like the Joker, where
Yeah,
like sometimes you'll get bits and pieces, but how reliable is the narrator at the time?
exactly. Right,
So
exactly. But the mystery is part of what makes her mystique.
100%.
Yeah, yeah,
I
absolutely.
love Mystique so much.
She's so
Also, I think
fun.
she also has just one of the coolest powers. I think her
Oh, yeah.
shapeshifting is really cool. Like if I had a superpower, that's the superpower I always say I would want is
Oh, yeah.
shapeshifting. But I
Same.
think that would just be so much fun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I can't
Even
say
though
I'd only use
technically
it for
it's
good.
identity theft and illegal in most of the world, but still, what a power to have.
I mean, who's to say that you're transforming into people to do bad things? You know, maybe you
Sure,
just
you could
want to
be
like.
improving their lives and they wouldn't even know it. And then all of a sudden you do all these good things and then you go back to being who you are, and that person has all this abundance of goodness in their life because of everything you did while you wore their body.
But she could even shapeshift just parts of herself. So
Hmm.
what if I just, that I would save a lot of money on my makeup and my hair.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
So a
Can
little
keep your
vanity
hair
in there.
green without having to worry about dye.
Just snap it, all of a sudden it's rejuvenated.
Yes.
But yeah, no, she does a lot of good for people. She does a lot of bad for people.
Hmm.
Like Uncle Gary brought up earlier, like she just keeps just absolutely pissing off Wolverine. And I love that energy.
Yeah.
I love that one of her favorite activities is just to mess with him
Yeah. Yeah. Just to
because
just to get on him.
she just loves it. And
Hmm.
Morph does that as well. Like anyone who shapeshifts, because he's so old school. So people who just like to mess around, just he
Mm-hmm.
cannot stay. He doesn't have
Has
time for
no
that.
tolerance.
He's too old for that stuff.
Yeah,
So
I'm too old
I
for this shit.
exactly. So I love that, like, but it's she likes to play with him, but also like she just keeps getting in his way, and
Hmm.
he just keeps being a thorn in her side. So they're just constantly at
Right.
each other for so yeah. But I she's just got also just the biggest heart, like I said. So I love that she genuinely cares.
Hmm.
She her and Destiny really wanted a kid, so she shifted into a male anatomy so that
They could have
Destiny
Nightwing.
could birth, yeah, so could birth their kid, Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler, not Nightwing. Thank you. Nightwing is DC. Get your characters straight, Liz.
I knew who you meant, Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler still has like her blue skin and everything,
Hmm.
so and it's so cute. So
It
yeah,
is.
I could go on even further, and I'm not going to.
And
But I
it's
just, but
nice
I,
also to see a happy lesbian couple.
yeah,
Yeah, I think
we
that's
love to see it, and how it was done was so cool. I love that, like, she didn't even hesitate with the idea of being like, I shapeshift, so my gender doesn't matter.
yeah, yeah.
She's shapeshifted into
It's
men
truly
before.
non-binary.
Yeah, she's very gender fluid,
Yeah,
which I can relate to. So I really also vibe with that.
yeah.
So yeah,
No, I
no,
could
she's
totally get that.
so I love
Totally
her
get
so
that.
much.
Yeah,
So
good
number
choice.
2 is Mystique.
Yeah, no, she's high up on your list too.
She is.
So number 2 on my list is Tandy Bowen, half
Yeah.
of Cloak and Dagger. She's Dagger. She has an amazing power. She gets to throw light daggers at people that show them their that illuminates their darkness to bring out their purity, and most of them can't handle that because of course
Hmm.
he's fighting bad people. And so she incapacitates the people, and then darkness does dagger cloak does his thing by pulling them into his cloak of darkness and showing them all of the bad things that they've done, and then they leave them quivering messes for the police to pick up the pieces. She's really cool. She, was a teenager who got experimented on with drugs and was given this power against her will. She was a runaway, and she and Tyrone kind of escaped, this facility where they were being held, where they've been experimenting on, and they have such a symbiotic relationship. They have to be together. He needs her light to survive so that he's not consumed by darkness, and she needs his kind of sardonic, not sure if that's the right word. She's too trusting, she's too naive. She always sees and wants to believe the best in people, and that bites her in the rear end more times
Hmm.
than not. And it's Cloak that is always showing her the whoever they're fighting's truth. And I just think that they're a wonderful team. But by herself, she is pretty amazingly powerful all on her own. I mean, to be able to shoot light daggers out of your hand at anybody that are not just what they're going to do with their light, but I mean, they're like knives.
Yeah.
She's one of my she's the first Marvel character that I ever read, female wise. Storm might have been the first one that I knew who she was, but Tandy Bowen Dagger is the first that I actually got to read. And that was in 1983 when I read that first 4-issue miniseries that they were in, and I just fell in love with her. I fell in love with both of them, but she is on my list, not him. So that's it. That's for me. That's Tandy Bowen, Miss Dagger.
Nice.
And now we're on to our believe it or not, here we are. I mean, and plus we're going on 2 hours and 11 minutes. So here we are at number 1. Thank you for everybody who has stuck with us for this long. hopefully Gary will be back. But if he's not, are apologizing for technical difficulties. It happens. We will have him back. You can
Oh
guarantee.
yeah.
He is, a staple in the comic community here, and we love him.
We
And
love him so
we
much.
do. We
He's
love
so
him.
much
We love
fun.
his wife. This community would not be the same without him. So Gary, hope you get your situations settled, and if not, we'll just have you back on some other time, where he can then talk about his top four. My Let's see, we're on our number one. So your number one, and we have mentioned her before. Here
Shouldn't
she
surprise
is.
anybody. It's my queen,
Yes,
Storm.
love this cover.
Aurora, we gotta do
Yeah,
it. One of the
so badass.
OGs, originated in the original giant X-Men number
Hmm.
one. I will never stop singing Storm's praises. Storm is
Hmm.
my all-time favorite. She is so powerful. She has been head of X-Men. She's been with the Avengers. She has literally been a queen of Wakanda. She is an African queen.
Hmm.
She can do anything, and as Uncle Gary said before, she has such regalness.
Yes,
She
yes,
is just
and
so
she's a
powerful.
storm goddess.
She literally is a storm
You
goddess.
arguably the most powerful of all the pantheons of storm gods and goddesses. She is the most powerful. I think she's more powerful than Thor.
Yeah,
When it comes to weather battles, thunder battle, she
I would
wins.
agree.
Um,
She
so
she
yeah.
can like hold it in. She's very very strong. She's and since we have some time, I'll actually show you. So our lovely friend Katie, actually, I think I showed this already. I don't know. I'm gonna show it again because I'm really proud of it and happy with it. So Katie, our friend Katie, from the shop, went to um Big Lit Comic Con,
Hmm.
and she actually got me the voice actress to
Yes.
sign.
And I love that illustration.
Yeah, so she found the art at a from a local artist, and then she went and got it signed for me. She made me very very happy.
Yeah.
And I went the next day, and anytime I went to, pretty much the entire time I was there, she was never at her booth,
Yeah.
and that made me very very sad. She may
I
not have even
bet
been there on Sunday, but she wasn't there when I went to her booth, so I was very very happy that I got
that
an
you got
autograph.
her signature anyway. That's so
So
great.
I got it
Katie, thank you
anyway.
for thinking. Thank you for thinking of our Krista.
Yes, thank you, Katie. Because yeah, everybody in shouting distance knows my deep love for Storm.
Yeah.
She is she is my queen. She is my goddess. She is one of the loves of my life.
Yeah.
She is just so strong, but she does it with such elegance.
Yeah. And
But
regalness, as you said,
yeah, she's
just
very
just
literally
that
regal.
statuesque, the white hair,
Yes.
the white eyes. She exudes queenliness.
And I love that like everyone just like immediately respects her.
Hmm.
Like they, which is also very very cool for like a black woman, like
Yes.
as they should be loved and respected, but in comics in
Hmm.
that time, for her to
Hmm.
have that strength and everyone just immediately being like, yes, we're
Right.
sorry, like, yeah, is amazing. So like
Hmm.
representation like that at that time was also really cool.
Yes.
So, and it's just built higher and higher since. Like, she has just become so amazing.
Yes.
She's one of the most revered characters in all of X-Men and most of Marvel, in my opinion.
I agree.
Halle Berry, I think, did a phenomenal job as her.
Hmm.
Love Halle Berry's take on her
I'm looking
because
forward to seeing her in.
yeah,
I am. Yeah.
she also brings her vulnerability because she's still, you know, she's still a person. So she also cares a lot and, can get hurt.
Yeah.
So she's such a beautifully complex character.
Hmm.
So I really like all the different sides of her. So she can
Yeah.
be strong, but she can also be soft.
Yes.
That comic that you were talking about earlier, where she goes out and just helps children of the world.
Yep.
But she also loses her power for a while. But when she
Hmm.
loses her power, she doesn't lose her strength. She doesn't lose her Aurora
No.
at all.
No. She just loses the ability to manipulate weather.
I also love the fact that Doctor Doom. I'm gonna bring it back to Doctor Doom.
Hmm.
Doctor Doom in that comic he has tried so many times to get with her, and she turns him
Hmm.
down every time.
Yeah.
I love so much in that comic where he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna cook you like food that your dad cooked you when you were a kid, and I'm gonna know your measurements to get you this beautiful dress." And then he's like, Doom cooked you dinner. How did the food taste?" And she's kind of like, "Could use salt." Like, so unimpressed.
Yeah.
She's
It's
so
totally
unimpressed
like
by him.
needed salt.
Yeah, just not that great. Like I
Yeah.
and he's like, "Kill the cook." Like, he's so mad
I
because he keeps trying. Like, boy keeps trying, and I respect
gotta
his
give him
strive, but
credit.
I
Gotta
gotta
give
give
him
him
credit
credit.
for keep trying.
Yeah, like, he keeps trying, but like, boy, no, like. But a lot of
So
people, but she has hooked up with other characters before. Her and Logan have a mutual respect of being kind of
hmm.
like hook up, like friends with benefits
Yeah.
constantly.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Her and
I
Dr. Voodoo have a weird kind
yep,
of will they,
yep,
won't they going on.
exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Great
I
choice for number
love
one.
Storm.
Great
All right,
choice for number one.
that's my number one.
All right. My number one is Wanda Maximoff,
Great choice. That's a good
Scarlet Witch.
cover.
This is an Alex Ross.
Of course.
Love this cover. Love Wanda. Love everything about Wanda. Um, uh, to me, she is a mutant, not, I know that is she or isn't she, and now they're saying she isn't, but I just love her. I love her powers. I love the chaos. I love that she created her own children out of chaos magic.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think it's hilarious that she keeps a demon imprisoned within her own body and or mind.
Don't we all?
Yeah, well, yeah. Uh, the whole concept of her, I mean, I'm really enjoying her as sorceress
Yes,
supreme,
that's been a
but
really
I
fun one.
really miss her last door in the Imperium that Darcy is now running. But that whole concept of this is a door that on the other side, in her side, it's opening up into her shop, but whoever needs something and has a desperate need for her, if they're opening a door, and like they're in Timbuktu and they open a door, but it leads into her shop in Lockhill so that she can help them. And I just loved that concept so much, that Steve Orlando came up with for her. I guess it was 3 runs ago, the run that she had in 2023 through 2024. And I love what they're doing with her with Sorcerer Supreme. I love how she knows that people are going to be nervous because of her history, so she surrounded herself with a council of like all of the magical people that she knows to guide her. And
Mm-hmm.
that is in some ways so unlike her to be like, I need help, so I'm going to bring all these people around and make sure that I do this right. And I think that shows how much she's grown since her days as an Avenger and her days when she got rid of the mutants, and all of the trials and tribulations that she went through with Vision. And I really think that the character development, the arc of the character is just a continual, uphill, and she still hasn't reached that pinnacle of who
Yeah.
she is and what her power is. And because we haven't even really explored, nobody's really explored how powerful indeed is she. What is the limits to her chaos magic? Is
Mm-hmm.
there limits to her chaos magic? And I just love those concepts. Loved how Elizabeth Olsen brought her off the page and onto the screen
Yes.
beautifully. Um, I love all the art. I think it, the red, the way the magic comes off of her fingers, even in the comics, it's just everything about her. She is my favorite Marvel character, and I do think that she's right up there, with in the top 5 of the most powerful females in
Agreed.
the universe. Um,
My sister she is my sister's favorite Marvel character.
okay.
And I forget what issue it is, but there's a great moment where there's like a battle going on and she's having an argument with somebody, and
Mm-hmm.
she keeps getting like more and radiating and more mad.
Mm-hmm.
She completely eliminates the entire universe. Like she's just
Yes.
floating in black because she has a migraine.
Yeah.
And then she kind of takes a deep breath and she kind of clears her mind, and then she sets reality back.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having that ability?
No.
I would
I
abuse
mean, oh my
that.
God.
Just undo
I'd be
reality
afraid that,
because
like everything
everything's
else in
loud.
my life that I took apart and then tried to put back together again, that it wouldn't be exact because there was always a part missing. Like that, it was always,
An extra Lego piece.
yes, or an extra screw.
Yeah,
Or where did this come from?
exactly.
Where did I forget to put this in? That would be me.
Yeah.
So, the fact that she's got the wherewithal to and put everything back the way it's supposed to be after dealing with a migraine. I don't know about you, but I have had debilitating migraines. I
Oh,
could
yeah.
not reset a universe in the midst of a migraine.
Oh, yeah. No.
So, yeah, no, she is absolutely amazing. I like her dynamic with her brother. I think that the Izzy or isn't he their father with Magneto, all of it is just amazing. I
I
lost you.
agree.
You went black screen.
You lost me. I'm here. Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Oh, great.
You might have lost your camera.
There I am.
Well, here you are.
That was
So we
weird.
did it. That is 1 through 10 for us. So to review, we'll review Krista's first. Her honorable mention,
Dr. Afra.
Afra. And then we had Miss Electra as number
Electra.
10. And Destiny as number 9. And Jubilee as number 8.
Mm-hmm.
Black Cat as number 7.
Mm-hmm.
Sue Storm as number
As
6.
6.
Malice as
Malice.
number 5. Jessica Jones as number 4. Polaris is number 3. Mystique, number 2. And the beautiful Miss Storm as number 1. And then to go back, was honorable mention Maya Lopez, Miss Echo.
Such a good pick.
Kahori
Mm-hmm.
for number 10.
Love her.
Even though we did determine that this is actually Elena, so we're going to show this one. Natasha, Black Widow.
Yeah.
Danny Moonstar
Mm-hmm.
as number 8.
Is that a freezing cover?
Yes.
Okay.
We've got Jessica Jones as number 7. We've got Storm, number 6. We've got Rogue, number 5. We've got Jean Grey, the Phoenix, as number 4. We've got Felicia Hardy Black Cat as number 3. Tandy Bowen Dagger as number 2. And once again, Wanda Maximoff, number 1.
Woo!
A Scarlet Witch.
Perfect.
Thank you all for tuning in as long as you have. We're really sorry that Gary had to had some tough technical difficulties and had to leave us a little early. We will have to save his questions for his third appearance, of which we are sure there will be one.
Oh,
Because
there
now
will.
we're going to have to bring him back to finish his list.
Yeah, he owes us now.
Yeah, he owes us. So, but being that we are at 10 o'clock, so we are going at 2.5 hours, let us go ahead and wrap up. Why don't we? I want to just do one last little wrap up before we leave here. You know that the kids, as Rob likes to call them, always do some fun stuff with their picks of the week. So I want to share some of the wonderful images from the gang at Comic Logic's Picks of the Week. As I put up the images, Crystal will give us a commentary. Ready?
Ready.
Okay.
So this was John's top pick of the week. It was Ben 10. So we were trying to do like a replicate the cover, which is like the giant monster covered in like flames with like little Ben.
Yeah.
So we thought this was funny.
I was there, full disclosure, folks. I was there on Wednesday while they were discussing this photo shoot.
You were.
And I have to say that when they said draw red lines on the picture, don't actually use like clip art flames.
To be fair, I
was questioning the logic of that, but it really came out pretty darn good.
I was full ready to like do like effects to make the flames,
Yes.
and they were like, "No, just doodle." I'm like, "It's gonna look like a kindergartner."
But it's cute. All right.
I just did what I was told.
Here we go with the Clerks.
So this is actually really cool because this is all 4 of us holding up our favorite cover of the Jay and Silent Bob comic while all cosplaying Jay and Silent Bob Clerks like characters.
Yep, we've got you. We've got Kay as Jay.
So I'm Jay. Yeah.
You're Jay. Kay
I'm
is Jay. And I'm not calling you Krista because, you know, Jay, Kay. Your
Gotcha.
Kay is Jay. And then John is Silent Bob. And then Moobies. Love the Moobies shirt.
Yeah, Moobies
so much. And then who's Rob? Is Rob Dante?
He's Dante. He's got a Clerks jacket on. He's got a Clerks shirt on.
Okay. Yeah, I just love it so much.
What's really cool, fun. We actually made this post online and I tagged the secret stash, like Kevin Smith's shop, and I tagged Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith liked it and reposted it to his stories that day.
Yes. Nice.
So Kevin Smith has seen the photo.
Nice. All right. Oh, yeah, no, that was the right one. Okay. There you guys are doing your Jay and Silent Bob routines. And the way he lined himself up with the fist and the Wolverine things, that's just
we thought it'd be really funny because this is my pick, and I was like, no, so me and John were playing with it. So we recreated the cover, and then I was like, I don't know where to put us. So I just put us right on top of the actual comic.
Yeah. No, love it.
To line it up.
Love it. And the next, nope, that's Mouse. There we go.
And this is Rob just beaming because he's so happy. He really loved Absolute Catwoman. He really loved Mask. Mask is from the Energon universe with like Transformers and G.I. Joe. And it was really, those were the top 2. I would argue those were the top 2 highest selling comics in the shop this week.
I have no doubt in my mind.
They were very, very, very popular.
Yeah.
And he loved them.
And then let's see
And then
here.
my favorite.
No, we showed that one already. Oh yeah, this one.
This is my favorite.
Yeah, this
Vince picked
one's so good.
Skate Ali, which is this cool like skater comic,
Mm-hmm.
and he was trying to figure out some kind of pose, so he decided to. Have you ever seen the meme like "Hello, fellow cool kids" or "Fellow
Yep.
kids"?
Oh
So
yeah.
that's him recreating that, and I love him so much. Vince Vince came up with the idea. He grabbed the board, and it was perfect.
Yeah, he's awesome. He just
Vince,
comes up with the coolest ideas.
he's
So
he's.
I
It's
think
always the
that's
quiet
it.
ones.
I think that was it for the shop photos. I don't.
That's it.
Wait, was this one? No, we
You
showed
showed
that
that
one
one
already.
already.
Yeah, yeah,
Those
yep,
are
yeah. That
them.
was it.
Those are the photos.
So great, so fun. Uh, yeah, you guys come up with the greatest ideas. Really, you really do.
We have such a fun group,
You
and
do.
I'm trying to find a way of how to get Katie into our photos because I want the entire shop.
Did we show that one? We did. Okay.
Yes, so that's the whole group photo of us, of all of us minus Katie. Honorable mention because we do love you, Katie, and we think of you every single week in the shop in the morning. We think of you every day, but I mean, we
Right.
definitely try to figure out what your pick would be. I'm gonna find a way of how to get you into the fun because I
Love it.
need more people in my chaos,
I
and Katie
love it
is
so
as
much.
much of the shop as the rest of us, so I'm gonna get her into them. It's gonna happen.
Of course it is. We love Katie so much. We're gonna get her
Yes,
on our show too. She did say
yes,
she would do her best to get on, even if we have to start a little bit earlier, like
I'm
maybe
okay with
start
that.
at 7 instead of 7:30. Yeah. So look for Katie to join us soon. Next week we have Alan from Green Archer Comics. We're really looking forward to that. Um, we let's see what else do we have coming up for this month. Not I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I know in July we'll be doing DC's version of this top 10 females for DC. That's
Yep.
going to be even harder for me, even though everybody knows what my number one's going to be.
I have no
uh,
idea what my number one's gonna be.
Never. No, I have no clue. I did change our, I don't know if you noticed, let me load it here on the uh you could kind of see the outline. I added some pictures. I moved some things around
I
so we
did
don't have
notice.
duplicates. Um I of course I have it in the background rather than in the overlay, right? Because I'm
Mhm.
an idiot. But I added a couple of I added the rat catcher, and
Ooh, I love
I
Ratcatcher.
added Cleo. I added
Mhm.
her, and so here's it big. So I added
Nice.
Mira and Andrina, the Andy, they're Aquaman's daughter. I added Cleo. I added Fathom and Huntress and Wonder Woman and Cloak and Dagger. So now we don't have, so because before Black Canary, it was like you could only see her feet. So I put her face down and it was kind of like Catwoman was doubled. So I just tried to add some extra pictures to just kind of,
I love it.
yeah, give us some variety in our background. Um, so Green Archer Comics, the owner and creator, I'm excited for that next week. Some Is this a big week for comics or is it kind of a slower week coming out on Wednesday?
It's gonna be a pretty decent week. We do have the absolute Batman number
Oh yeah,
21.
2021 is coming out. That's ooh yeah. I know there's gonna be more stuff about the Robins in
Yep.
that. So that's gonna be good. Yeah, no, that'll be good. I'm looking forward to that. I'm also I don't know if it comes up this week or next week, but isn't the Batman Green Arrow Question Arcadia ending this month?
It is ending this month. I don't know if that's this week or next week.
Okay, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. A couple other things are ending. I don't know if they'll come out this month or next because you know, sometimes they'll image, especially the independent comics like Image and Ignition or Boom, and they know it's going to be their last comic. Sometimes they'll skip, it'll be like 2 months before it'll come out instead of the 1 month, because we've got the end of White Sky.
Yep.
We've got number 4 of White Sky that's due out, the end of Ordained.
And so good.
Yeah, Nectar is supposed to end. So like all of them, don't know if they'll end this month, but that we're all waiting for the last issues for all of those. So
Yeah, they are wrapping up.
yeah. Anyway, I think we're done.
Yeah.
Long show, but it was a really good one. Gary gave us so much information at the beginning. We promise, folks, we will get him back as soon as we can, have him on again to finish his top 10 list for us, because I'm curious on his top 4. And, you know, we want him to be able to finish out his list. So we will let you know on our updated next show. We'll see you guys next week. Same siren time, same siren channel. Thanks again for joining us, everybody. See you in the
Bye,
funny papers,
everybody.
folks. Bye.